And hello, everybody. It's me and Clarice.
Clarice.
Yes, it puts on the lotion.
Alrighty then.
I mean, you look a little ashy, so I don't know to say it puts on the lotion or it needs to put on the lotion.
Probably it needs to put on the lotion.
Girl, you be looking ashy.
It's funny you bring that up. I was trying to catch up on The Following, which are you watching that?
Yeah, but what
season?
does ashy have to do with The Following?
Because the one of the first lines of this past week's it was the two US Marshals were taking the one guy to jail and they're on this backwoods road.
And he was ashy?
No, he looks at the guy looks at the girl and says, "Well, be sure you know where we're going because I don't want to be in a hole with it. It puts on the lotion."
Oh, yes.
It's funny that you brought that up, but I haven't been able to finish watching this week's episode yet.
So probably don't need to tell you about the guy gets killed.
Well, duh, a bunch of them get.
I was just saying. I mean, I thought that would be kind of funny.
Yeah, this season's crazy. It's
well, the
even
cool thing
crazier.
is that it's not all about Joe Carroll.
Right.
We were a little nervous at the end of last season, saying, "Now that you have Joe Carroll, what exactly are you going to do?"
And so then now they go a little further after the guy that created Joe Carroll, I guess.
Yes. And what's crazy is there's now three other characters that are from other shows I watch. So there's a little Mexican guy that you're going to see that's from Graceland on FX channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's a killer now that has been in several TV shows, but he's actually in this cyborg thing that is a cop movie, a cop TV show, Human Like or whatever it's called. He's now a killer on this.
Yep.
And a
family man at that.
And a family man. And then there was the third character. Oh, and then the guy that's helping him used to be on Stargate and just tons of other shows. He's always he's not a background actor, but he's also not a leading role. He's always kind of a second. He's always a fill-in type character, but he's been on CSI. He's been on tons of stuff. He's what a real actor who has been in movies would who anybody that says they've been in hundreds of movies, it would be the guy I'm talking about, not the chair I'm pointing at.
Yeah, that this season's pretty crazy. But then again, the whole show's always been crazy, The Following, but I like it.
Right.
It kind of makes you wonder though.
The creepy parts, when we first started watching, I said to my wife, I said, here's the thing, is all the stupid stuff that people see in movies and then they go out and reenact.
Oh my gosh.
We were saying, what's going to happen when goofballs start reenacting this show? And unfortunately, that's kind of what has happened. There's already been goofballs now reenacting this show. So, don't know what the correct thing here is, but
well, I hope that it doesn't cause the producers to pull the show, because I mean,
the problem is there's crazies everywhere.
Exactly.
And there's always going to be crazies. There's nothing you can do about it. They just are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hope. You have to hope for better. But what do you do? What do you do?
So have you had a chance to watch iZombie yet?
No, I still have the first and second one on DVR, and now a third one has come about, and it's just like, dang, dude, I've got to jump on that, and I just haven't got to it yet. I mean, and truthfully, I hadn't had time. There's so many people complaining about about me and my time, I'm like, look, y'all need to chill, Bubba, and let me do what I got to do.
Oh yeah, because well, as of last weekend, your busy season.
Yeah, I
really
don't stop until till December. So it's like, come on, man. It's crazy. And last night I was David Neal. I got to throw David Neal under the bus. Apparently David was listening to the show yesterday because last night yesterday evening I sent him a picture about a seat that he was giving me. So he hits me back up and it's like text messaging me. I sent him the first text message, say, man, I am so sorry I'm hitting you up so late, but can you send me a picture of the bottom of the seat? Because Stump was explaining to me, mine's an 07. 08, everything 07 and back, certain seats will interchange between certain bikes.
Mm-hmm.
But my bike in 07 and my bike in 08, two different seats. Which means all these other bikes that would interchange with my bike, once 08 happens, they won't interchange. So I'm like, dude, can you send me a picture of the bottom of the seat? I'm sorry, I'm bothering you so late. Just send it whenever you can. So he hits me up and it's like 9:30. He's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I know you don't want to be bothered after 8 o'clock, which means he heard yesterday's show. And I'm like, no, man, it's okay. It's okay. Me text messaging here and there and playing on Facebook, I'm like doing it in between commercials and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's when other things happen and people want a 20-minute conversation, and a lot of people don't. And please don't take what I'm saying rude, because I know a lot of people are listening, but a lot of times I don't have time for a 20-minute conversation. I try to squeeze in when I'm driving. Put it this way, I'm going to paint a good picture for you people, and I don't mean you people in a bad manner. Utes. When I'm driving between buildings is when I'm on the phone. I don't listen to the radio in my car. So when people go, hey, have you heard this new song? No. The reason I don't ride my motorcycle 90% of the time is I can't talk on the phone and be on a motorcycle. No. So if you can't reach me sometimes, I'm either on the other line or I'm staying. Like yesterday, no lie, I had 3 conversations on the way from my house in the bus to Copy Central. The day before that, I had several conversations. Like I'm sitting out front of Copy Central on one phone call. I get out of the literally, I was on the phone with Craig. I squeezed in a conversation with Craig. And
how do you squeeze in a conversation? But anyways,
you got to squeeze them in, because like I drove out of my driveway and I accidentally butt dialed Craig, but at the same time I was going to call him anyways when I got to the stop sign. So as I turned left onto Old Salem, I'm talking to Craig. I got Craig on the phone from Old Salem to Flat Shoals to Parker to the door of Copy Central. I'm now walking back and forth in front of Copy Central. Everybody inside's looking at me like I'm crazy.
I could see it.
And about that time, the lady from March of Dimes calls. So I'm like, Craig, I got to go. Got to talk to her. So then I couldn't really hear her. I had to get back in the van. So by the time I finished the conversation with her, another phone call happens as I'm walking in the door of Copy Central. I'm like, can I call you right back? I am so sorry. I'm trying to pick up something at Copy Central. And then I leave Copy Central and the phone calls start all over again. And, you know, you can testify that I'm not lying. People believe truly that I'm just like blowing them off. No, I'm definitely not. I'm not blowing anybody off. The problem is let's say guy A, B, and C. So guy A's been trying to reach me, but he doesn't realize I've been on the phone with guy B and C because they've been pushed to the side while I've been on the phone calls with HID and Z and L. And so the problem is when I finally get to guy C, A and B now is put on hold. And then by the time I get back to A and B, A's on the phone, B's mad because I'm still not answering. But then by the time I'm on the phone with B, C's mad and A's mad because I'm on the phone with B because they can't. And finally I walked into Now or Never Tattoo yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. I walked into Now or Never Tattoo yesterday at 4 p.m. I was supposed to have been there last Thursday. Thank God Grant's super cool about things. And I'm just like, dude, I'm running behind. I'll try to get with you. I'm sorry. And it was nothing bad. It was just I needed to stop by there and just chat for a second. So then Monday, I couldn't get there due to the leg. Then Tuesday, I
had
was
the
going to
doctor's
the doctor's appointment and he wasn't there. And Chris Huff's like, yeah, come on by. And I said, really? I said, no offense. Y'all are always so busy. I'd rather show up when Grant's there so I can stand around and BS for a couple of seconds and talk to everybody. Because when they're busy tattooing, I don't want to, if you're getting your arm
distract 'em,
tattooed, it's weird that I'm talking over you. You're getting your arm done. You should be talking to the artist, not me standing in the background talking to the artist.
and
So I try to
distracting 'em.
respect people that way.
Yeah.
But like Kid Rock said, I can't be mad at anybody. This is the life that I choose. I love my life, but it really is busier than anybody can imagine, which is why when we went to the Discovery Channel about doing a reality show, we wanted them to be able to show what it takes to do this instead of them wanting, stupid fighting drama. I wanted people to realize that it's not like a flashlight where you just turn the light on, you see it, you turn it off.
Yeah.
When the show, I've been running around, no lie, 6 o'clock this morning, it begins.
Yeah.
There's no stopping. At 6 o'clock in the morning, I start doing whatever I have to do on Facebook. I literally can swear by this. I was text messaging Toothpick this morning about the event this Sunday, and my text message with him started at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
So 6:44, we start responding back and forth. And literally, I finished my text message with him at 6:57 a.m. Our text message was over, and I was down here at that point.
Well, and you used to tell everybody if they couldn't reach you, that they could reach out
to you. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Well, apparently some folks have told me that they've tried to reach out to Mike, trying to handle stuff. And, back in the day, I can't tell you how many phone calls I got because nobody could find the other character. That's where Josh with the party bus just finally said, dude, I reached out to you because I got tired of trying to reach out to the other guy. And I agree with that. I mean, if you can't find somebody, by all means, try to get me. And I don't mean it bad. It's been crazy.
Well, you need to put my information on the website so they know how to get to me. Don't look at me like that.
I will.
Eventually.
It's like pulling teeth, y'all.
Well, good morning, Karina. So we have
we got
our listener from Germany.
Yeah, you're that far away and you still don't know any better.
Who? Oh, Karina.
She's still listening. Are you really that bored that you have nothing to do?
And it's what time is it there, Karina? It's early morning, right?
Same bat channel?
No, afternoon. There. I don't know. She'll tell us in a minute. But so
yeah, what do we got? What do we got? What do you have?
A walking dog. Isn't that
oh my God. What? Oh, I thought you were fixing to talk about that dang dog from the police department that's missing.
Oh, I didn't know nothing about that.
Oh my God. So there's this cute little mixed breed dog. Oh. Looks like it has a little gray mohawk.
Yeah.
And they use it apparently for convict rehabilitation.
Okay.
I think electric shock therapy might be better than dog therapy, but hey, to each his own. But apparently the dog escaped. Like it's an escaped artist.
I saw.
So it's in this neighborhood. So the dog, people get a clue. The dog escaped jail, meaning he didn't like being there.
Yeah.
No matter what people believe, dogs are still animals who have their own thought process, and they kind of don't want to be there. They're going to try to leave.
Yeah, and they
kind of makes sense. So they've been trying to catch this dog now for a couple of days, and they're setting these traps out. And the dog doesn't eat real food; it only eats hamburgers. So they've been putting hamburgers in the cages. People have been letting it out of the cages, and people have been feeding it so it won't go into the cage. So apparently, I'm not the only person on this planet that kind of grabs the idea that the dog escaped prison because it was not happy there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I know people are going to be like, that's wrong. You should let this little dog's running wild, homeless, poor dog. Trust me, there is no homeless, poor dog.
No.
This dog is getting fed by everybody in this neighborhood. People are apparently loving on this dog and keeping this dog very happy. They're keeping this dog so happy that it does not want to go back into a dang trap. So there's my point for everybody that wants to argue things. Apparently, this dog is super happy right where he's at, which means he's not anywhere. He's just everywhere.
Yeah, running around in some neighborhood, and they're worried that he might get hit or something.
I don't know. Apparently, he's totally content.
Yeah.
He's totally content where he's at.
And it was funny because I saw the picture that.
And I wouldn't doubt there being like 3 or 4 houses where he's just going, like a cat. He's just kind of going to this house for a couple of days and going to this house and getting fed. I mean, come on.
Yeah, because he's as cute as he can be because he looks like a
gremlin.
Yeah.
He looks like a friggin' gremlin. That's what my wife was like. Oh my God, he looks like a gremlin.
But
he's cute.
He is cute because
kind of like that ugly Pekingese sort of thing.
He's black.
He's a rat terrier mix of some sort.
Yeah, black and brown face, and then he's got that white mohawk. And yeah, he's a cute. I forget what kind of dog they said he was.
And I don't mean to criticize people. I really don't. I don't want it to sound bad. But the dog ran for a reason.
Yeah, there's some reason why he doesn't want to be there.
Maybe it's the no windows. And I don't know. Maybe it's the smelly convicts that he has to roll around with. I don't know. Sure, commit heinous crimes, go to prison, and they give you a pet. They give you TV, they give you exercise, they give you 3 meals a day, and they give you a dog. That's better than when you were hustling every day at the car wash or wherever you were trying to work and having to pay for a hotel. You were struggling. Commit a crime, they'll give you, what kind of dog do you want? I want a parakeet. That's not a dog, dude. It's just funny.
Gremlin dog.
So
he does look like he does. Spike.
That's right. Yes. So what else? Anything else you got going on this morning? I know we were going to make fun of Brucette Jenner.
Yeah, that's actually what I had brought up. So his love of sports, Bruce Jenner's love of sports, will not change when he goes through the change.
Yeah, I'll just love how that's being said.
Yeah. He's still gonna do paddle boarding with his kids with his son.
He's probably gonna get paddled by a board. I don't know so much about paddle boarding. Sorry for anybody that supports this guy. I'm truly sorry if you find that I'm disrespecting him, but come on. This is too good not to make fun of.
I don't get it. I mean, I don't get it.
You can't afford to get it.
Why wait?
I mean, all that surgery would cost a fortune.
But
oh, you don't understand. I'm sorry. I thought you meant you don't get it. Okay.
Why wait till now, though? That's what I don't understand is why, because he's what, 60 in his 60s?
I don't know. I don't truly get it myself.
Yeah, but he says that he's still going to have his passion for racing cars recreationally with his kids, flying helicopters, both model and real. So he says his passion for sports is not going to change when he changes.
Oh, he is just, look cucaracha, I'm losing my mind. I don't get it.
I mean, it's gone so...
You know what it is, and I don't know how to make it sound correct. Our society as a whole, everything is more acceptable now. So if he's been fighting this urge since he was a kid, then okay, I get it. I really do get it. And who are we to say, why now? Okay, if it makes him feel comfortable, Who are we? I
Yeah.
mean, truthfully, all jokes aside, truthfully, any person who is a homosexual or transgender, I mean, look, as a kid, I was the little guy that got picked on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, big ears. I understand it. All jokes aside, I don't want to say I feel sorry for you because I don't mean it quite as bad as that sounds.
Not giving them pity
But
party.
I do feel sorry for you because you spent your whole life hiding in
Yeah.
fear, which is like, you know, Hitler chasing after the Jewish community.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to hide in fear. So for anybody that wants to be a little bit of a peckerhead and say that, you know, screw them or, you know, whatever, come on, man. Can you imagine having to live your whole life in fear? That is a horrible, horrible feeling. Okay, you commit murder and you have to hide in fear. You just come on, dude. You deserve
Yeah,
it.
you deserve
But
that.
for somebody who just in a normal life, no matter what your normal is or what my normal is, in a normal life, they are living in fear of being found out, being ridiculed, being thrown out of their house because family members don't understand, don't want to understand. We can never, we as a normal percentage of life, percentage of people, percentage of America could never understand the feeling of a transgender who's had to
Yeah.
hide their whole life.
But so, and I'm not trying to be stupid or funny, or I just know that some women that have gone through the sex change, like Cher's daughter, who is now the man, a man,
A man, the
a
man.
the man, a man.
She's the man.
But she
Is she a cop? I'm just saying. Go ahead.
She's also, if she's in love with a woman or married to a woman. So is he going to be, when he has the sex change, is he going to be with a man or is he going to remain being with a woman?
Okay, so with that being said, there is a television show that me and my wife was trying to watch, and I can't remember the actual name of it. Living in, I can't remember the name of it now, but it was just a small series. That it was more of a let's see if it would make it as a series. But here's my point. So there's a female who is a football player for the females football league, whatever the name of that would be in California area. So she's a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
It's like her immediate family, like mom and dad know, but not the whole family, I believe. Now, she is a lesbian. She is gay. She is attracted to women.
Mm-hmm.
So she falls in love with another gay lady.
Okay.
But the problem is the gay lady feels that she is a man.
Oh.
The problem is the football player lady, who is a 100% woman, 100% loves being a woman, and 100% is attracted to women,
Mm-hmm.
is in love with a woman that's 100% woman who believes she's 100% man and has been going through the hormone change with the shots,
Like,
and plans on, just like Cher's daughter,
yeah.
and plans on being a man. So one of the questions that was asked to her, and the way it's being filmed, there's not a reporter asking you questions. You never hear a reporter asking these people, but you can tell these people are talking to the camera like a confessional sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, you know, I've always been attracted to women. I knew from you know, my early teens, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know what to do because I am in love with this person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in love with this person and I'm attracted to females. And now this female is becoming a man, but I'm in love with the person, but I don't know, am I going to be attracted to the person now? And that is a very honest question that this person has to live with.
Yeah. And that's what I wonder about, you know, whichever one he decides or chooses, you know, that's his business and more power to him. But, you know, I just wonder, is he going to be still attracted to women?
Who?
Bruce Jenner.
That is such an odd question. And only he could answer. I am sure the man is super confused. We can sit here and make jokes about it all day long because it is crazy, funny, stupid, Are we being bully-ish? Well, we're not actually attacking him face to face.
Right.
Are we helping create chaos in his life? Well, us and 10 other million people.
Yeah.
The whole thing is such a tricky, slippery slope. How do you make laughs and jokes about it without hurting somebody's feeling? But that's already happening. So it's a double-edged sword. As a show, do we say, hey, it's funny, let's do this? But then as some listeners might be listening, are we pissing people off? But the same thing we need listeners to understand is we are sympathetic.
Oh, yeah.
I would hate to live that way. I mean, look, due to having big ears, man, as a kid, I grew my hair out. I grew my hair out as a teenager to hide my ear. And then I went from being the kid getting picked on with the big ears to being the ace hole who was out starting fights with all the people that used to pick on me. Let's catch this phone call.
Okay.
Just Fun Radio.
Yes, I got a question about the story I was talking about on the radio this morning.
Which one, the Bruce Jenner one or the dog?
About the dog.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, why are y'all talking about the dog on the radio?
Have you not seen it all over the news?
Oh,
Yeah, you need to go check out the news. They are just making this big deal about finding this dog. It's unbelievable. And there's nothing wrong with it because to me, it's a good story. So it's better than another cop shot another person kind of story. But there's a big deal. I mean, there was like a good 30 minutes worth of crap last night on the news all about this dog.
And this morning.
And they had they had a cameraman following around an animal control guy down the sidewalk as he's like, and I've been looking here and I felt like I was watching National Geographic.
gosh.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then y'all talking about women and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what everybody's watching on the news. Everybody's watching and everybody's listening.
And then I heard about people getting killed in Atlanta, shooting and stuff in Atlanta. I said, oh, Lord, time to cut it off.
Cut what off, us or the news?
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Bye. So, Ravens Renovation just brought up a very valid point. He's like, look at what happened to the Reverend Earl, if I remember his name correctly, Bishop Earl Swaney, from the Church of the Now. Look what happened and what it cost him. He did lose, but at the same time, now he's preaching at a gay church, if you will, in Atlanta. So maybe he lost some money, but is he happier now? He's probably happier because he didn't have to hide who he is.
Yeah.
So, do I make the money everybody thinks I do? No. Am I happy? Most of the time. I would put it this way. Let's compare apples to apples. In a percentage, I may not be making the money that I made doing electrical and remodeling houses, because it was nice to make, $1,500 a week cash. It was beautiful to make that money. Don't get me wrong. I worked my butt off for it. I ran all these jobs and I had 7 or 8 guys working for me. Oh, it was awesome. I loved it. Not my fault the economy took a tank. So if the economy wouldn't have taken a tank, would I be here? Yeah, this was still a dream, but I would still have been caught up in the fast-paced hustle of what I was doing. So I probably would have never stopped the hustle long enough to pursue this. But due to the economy changing, I now do this. Now, what was I happier doing, that or this? In a percentage, my life is 99% of the time super awesome now. And not too many people can say that.
Yeah. Am
I happier? Yes. The difference, there's times I admire Chris with Ravens Renovation because he does what I did. Now, Chris with Ravens Renovations could stand up with his birdie finger and just about tell anybody to just kiss his butt. And I'm not saying he's that guy. I'm saying he could be that guy if he wanted to, because that nobody would affect his business. He would still be remodeling. If he bumps into a guy at a grocery store, he could go, F you, dude. If the guy got smart with Chris could be like, F you, and walk off, and it'd be okay, because that guy standing in that grocery store cannot affect Ravens Renovation.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I got to watch everything I say on this microphone, because God knows I'm going to offend somebody. I can't stand at a Walmart and get pissed. God knows I'm going to offend somebody. I stood at a Wendy's, and I knew Wendy's was open illegal, and I reported it because that's what I do. And I had people sending me hate mail telling me I need to mind my own business, and why do I got to this, and why do I got to that? And then I had other people going, thanks for letting us know. That was upstanding. I have people send me hate mail because I fed the homeless. I had people send me hate mail because of the God is dead thing in the school that we dealt with. I now have such a huge percentage of people that I'm trying to make happy, and I can't make everybody happy. And my problem is, and Tubby has pulled me to the side so many times. Tubby, such a hard ass in front of all y'all. And I know right now he's probably going, I'm going to kick that dude right in his shins for saying this. But Tubby's a big teddy bear. He just ain't going to let you know that.
Yeah.
And he gives me tough love. And I don't mean you sure got a pretty mouth. I mean, he looks at me every day and he says, dude, you got to quit being so hard on yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, you let so much hurt your feelings now, because I am trying to keep so many happy, and I am stressed out 90% of the time trying to keep people happy. And he's like, dude, you're not going to please everybody. You need to just be you. Everybody that respects you and loves you for being you. So quit trying to make the ones that don't like you happy.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do, they're not going to like you. So quit. And Tubby has not said all that word for word. He gives me the tough love, and I figure out what he's saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So Tubby, whether you like it or not, I love you, dude. You try to get up in my head and make me see the bigger picture. He just wants to be a douche nugget sometimes, the way he delivers it.
Yeah.
He wants to be like, this is what you need to do. And then after I get over the fact that, dude, did you just say that? Then I think about what he said. Chris with Ravens Renovation is the same way. He says stuff and he's like, dude, you just keep doing what you're doing. Quit letting these people get on your, quit letting them in your head. Yeah. The problem is I let them in my head.
Yeah.
And I let it hurt me.
Oh, yeah.
And then you think about what Jenner's dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where my whole comparison, everything goes, is a lot of us have a lot of stress, but, in the percentages, I love my life. I would feel horrible. Having to think about what some of these other cats have to go through.
Yeah.
So I'm over here rambling. I hope everybody gets the little secret messages there.
Well, we have to watch what we put on our Facebooks. We have to watch, like you said, what we say out in public, who we're seen with in public sometimes.
And I got to watch who walks around, who works with me and says stupid things to commissioners and stupid things out in public. I can't have somebody wearing my shirt who not as a person, not an average person wearing my shirt, but somebody who works with me. I can't have somebody works with me wearing my shirt on a microphone, trashed at a Hooters, slurring over a microphone. I can't have that. I can't have somebody working for me and be somewhere disrespecting other people, because no longer is it Redneck Steph.
Right.
Or that's no longer Stephanie McDaniels. That's Redneck Steph with Just for Fun Radio.
Right.
And that's the problem I try to explain to people. When you got my name attached to you, I have to watch what you do. And if you're disrespecting what my brand is, if you're disrespecting what I've built here, then you can't put your name with my name. I'm sorry, but it just is what it is.
Or if you're trying to do stuff illegally, that's a big no-no. But
and look, here's what Ravens, because I didn't feel the phone vibrate. It says that's why all my hair's gray, because he lives with stress too. He says you deserve to give the haters the bird and be proud of what you do. And see, listen, I love you, brother. I love all my fans. I love all my friends. And the ones that are my friends really know they're my friends because I'm there for you just as much as you're there for me. But what I love is that everybody can really see beyond being funny. You know, yeah, we're making jokes about Kris Jenner or Bruce Jenner, whatever, but it's just jokes. It's just a show. And I know I got too serious here. We're going to shoot off the commercial in a second. But the cool thing is how many people can see beyond it. So many people have sat with me and saw the worry in my eye or the passion in my eye as I'm trying to appease. Think about this. Some people only have to make 5 or 6 people in their life happy.
Yeah.
That's all they got to do. You know, Rob's performance. Tubby has to make everyone, he has to make sure. Now, Rob as a whole has to make sure his customers are happy. But Rob has to put trust in the fact that Tubby's sitting behind that desk as the shop manager, and he is making sure all the customers are happy. That's his goal. He has to. So he deals with stress. Anybody that works, say, the auto parts store, they got to make their customers happy. We are in a business of that's what we have to do. But on a whole, my spectrum is a whole lot bigger. And I'm not trying to make me sound better or greater. I'm just saying my spectrum is just a bigger spectrum because I've got thousands I have to try to keep happy.
And we're finding
Holy
out
cow.
more and more that there's more. And one thing real quick that I find funny is I've had family members reach out to me and ask me for money because I'm on a radio station. You know, I wish it was that easy. You know, I wish I had
how many times
to give to them.
Well, how many times did I tell you got to watch what you post because of stuff? You know what I'm saying? So how about this? My wife apparently is listening upstairs. Do you mean by being your wife, I have to behave myself? I'm just now getting the memo, LOL. Yes, I am married to Crystal, but Christine, her crazy cousin, comes to visit sometimes, and her cousin likes to drink. So I have to keep the crazy cousin on a short leash with a choke chain. So anyways, I got all serious there for a minute, everybody. You know, it's all just for fun. And the cool thing is I think everybody that listens understands. I think they get it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make everybody have fun. That's what Just for Fun's about. But man, it's some stress sometimes.
Oh yeah.
So let's shoot off the commercial. I'm gonna play some ZZ Top. Jacob's got me in the mood this morning. Jacob was asking about a song that I didn't have. And we finally got the Mac working yesterday. The complicated part of this is Steph and them have just figured out this program. And I'm going to be leaving at the end of the month. In 3 days, they're going to be running the show. So I told her, I said, listen, if we swap over to the Mac, all I need you to know is just push the mic button. Bam, that's all you got to do is push that button. Don't do nothing else. But I think we're going to let the laptop that's running the Sam's program continue on until I get back in May, just to keep her safe. But the bad thing is I got all these events. I got to turn it off this weekend. So we may be running the Mac this weekend. I need to get the Mac finished. You know what I mean?
Well, just those 3 days that you're gone, the listeners need to understand that there will be no requests.
Yes, yeah, there probably won't be a whole lot of summer. You know, me, on the other hand, I'll still have access to try to do stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's really a pain, So anyways, everybody, we'll be right back. It's Just Fun in the Morning. I got some cheap sunglasses coming up. So we'll be right back, everybody. It's Just Fun in the Morning. We're going to come up with some truly interesting, crazy, off-the-wall stuff. And we have Appalachian Dawn coming in here in a little while. I want to talk about what we're doing this weekend. We have some great stuff coming up this Sunday. So everybody, we'll be right back. It's time to get your giggle on.
For some reason, I can't hear myself that good this morning.
Billy redid.
I can hear you fine.
Billy fixed some of the compressors yesterday. Talking to that?
1, 2, 1, 2. But me, I can barely hear.
I hear your volume just fine. The question would be, do I need to turn up anything? Let's see if that piece of tape comes loose. Take that off. I don't want to yank it off your head. Talking to that microphone?
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's what I don't.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Holy cow!
But I hear you fine. Maybe they're finally gone out.
No, yeah, they're not working.
Hmm.
Yeah, they may have just finally shot.
But did you hear you?
No,
Oh,
all you can hear is talking.
Because I can
Talk.
hear 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2. Well, damn.
Put them back on.
1 2 1 2. I hear it a little bit. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2.
They're just gone. I remember now. A couple of things he did yesterday. Bam! Through the headphones. So we may have lost some headphones. Talking to that.
1 2 1 2. Is that plugged in? Well, I can hear. That's just it. I could hear you fine, but I couldn't hear myself that much.
Oh.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah,
1 2.
That line.
Is it the line? 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. You can't hear me? So maybe it wasn't my headphones.
Apologize, everybody. That's listening.
Yeah, we're sorry, guys. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties this morning.
That line.
So that line, huh? Did it come undone, maybe? Well, if it came undone, though, I wouldn't have been able to hear you, would I have?
Well, my problem is I don't know how you heard anything.
Oh, I could hear you. That's weird. Try it now. Oh, thanks, Karina.
Plugged in.
1 2 1 2. Oh, I hear me now. How crazy is that? What'd you do? Huh?
Or something was just messed up.
See, 1 2 1 2.
Well, then what you was hearing was not me on that.
Really?
Yeah, you were just hearing me, period.
Oh.
So how about that?
Oh yeah, I hear you real good
And now you can hear you.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You were just hearing me because those don't seal.
And and I just thought that it was
Yeah.
okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm telling you,
But now
yesterday,
you're a little
as-
loud.
as Billy was changing some stuff, it
Mhm.
was crazy.
Hmm.
You may just, well, like it or not, Steph, you're gonna have to change headphones.
I know what. Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't even get to go pee. As I say that for such loyal listeners that are just listening, I'm all good Lord.
Well, throw another song on.
I am.
Oh yeah, I can hear everything real good now. That is crazy.
I'm gonna throw on a 2-minute song real quick.
Is he the one that sings? What does he sing? Oh,
They got to get 10 or get blackened curtains like that.
hangers. I've never heard them called hangers.
I've never heard of it.
I've heard them called hooters. Is Crystal off today?
No, she's at work.
Oh, she left already?
Mhm. And we're back.
We're back.
Did you know that? Did you know that? Huh? Did you know that? I don't think you did. I don't think you knew that.
No, not at all. I didn't know we were back. I didn't know we were gone.
Hey, trust me, we are way too far gone.
Just a little bit.
Just saying.
So
Don't
we-
hold me to that. But I'm pretty sure that we are. So what else? What else we got today?
Well, yesterday we talked
I'm
about.
over here making a new logo, so I apologize for not being all with you today. Go ahead.
Yesterday we were talking about Twisted Sister calling it quits after 40 years?
After just hearing knockers and hangers and now you want to talk about some Twisted Sisters.
Oh wow. But Dee Snider went on TV talking to a what would it be called? A news program, and said that he's angry at AJ, who is the drummer that passed away, for dying. Says that he could have saved himself.
And not knowing the whole situation, that's possible.
Well,
I mean, look, my uncle who was in a wheelchair, he was a quadriplegic, and trying not to offend, which because that's my whole point is everything now I have to worry about offending somebody.
Yeah.
My point being is that he had a choice. He couldn't walk.
Mm-hmm.
He had a choice. He ended up getting blood poisoning because they thought gangrene first in his toes, but then they were saying blood poisoning. They said, look, it's moving from your feet up your legs. If we amputated from the tops of your knees down, we can save your life. He says, nope, I'm dying with my legs. And we're like, Uncle Ricky, you're gonna die. I'm dying with my legs on. I'm like, you can't walk. You've not walked in 14 years. And he's like, I'm tired of this, and I'm dying with my legs on. We're like, but you're not dying if you cut your damn legs off.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, I'm dying with my legs on. And I'm just like, ugh. But that's the problem. So if this guy had a chance or a choice, again, his choice, but if he had a chance and a choice, you know what I mean? Everything in this world is always a double standard because there's always your side and somebody else's side.
Yeah. Dee Snider, he said that AJ Pero, I guess that's how you say his last name, knew that there was a family history of heart disease, and he never got checked for heart disease. And that was what was on the autopsy, that he died from a heart attack due to heart disease. So
yeah, but how can you say I'm angry? I'm angry at him. Dude, unfortunately, who are we?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I hate to say it like that, but who the hell are we to tell somebody what they should and should not do?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of to that point where it's like, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's only, as I try to say, it's only when you involve me to where I believe I got to say so, if that makes sense. If you involve me, people want to say what they want to say. People want to do what they want to do. And I get that. And if you are wanting to wear a hula hoop and a pink tutu and dance around in the backyard, you can. But if you involve me and I'm going to be there at that family reunion, you're not going to be doing that around me. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. You can have your opinion, but I'm telling you right now, you ain't doing that around me. I mean, I'm sorry. Just is what it is.
I mean, he might have had his reasons why he didn't go get checked. Whatever. That's his life. But yeah, so we have the big event.
I'm just trying to, I want to make sure that you and I are on the same page. I'm not sure I want to be in that magazine that you're in, but I just got to make sure that we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah. We have the big event coming up Sunday in Covington, the Bike Fest.
Yes.
We will be there starting at 8:00 in the morning on Sunday. And how many bands will be playing this year?
Really, there's not as many as you would believe. I'm putting the skids on that. I run that event. As far as entertainment, I'm the one. And I actually had to get a phone call checked in with the Big Dawn Band, because the way it works is, and this works with Hollywood too. Now Hollywood's just letting me run it, because what happens is for 7 years, I guess this will be the 8th year, I've done stuff in Houston. And I mean, I run the show. I got the 60-foot stage. They hand me a piece of paper and say, here's the bands that we know are playing at this time, and you make it work. Mm-hmm. And then I have to say, okay, if this band starts at 8, the problem is it takes them an hour to set up. And if they start at 8, we know people are going to be there at 7:30, and we can't be having the band tuning up at 7:30, which means they need to be getting there at 4:00. If they're a big band, that's just what you got to do. Get there at 4:00, get set up, period. And then I have to get the bands on, I have to get the bands off. Tubby, keep your mouth shut on that last comment. I had to keep them, if they're going to be drinking beer, they got to stand behind the stage. They can't be hanging out on the side of the stage drinking beer because the spectators don't need to see that.
Right.
That's just all the perspective I've been doing now for all these years. With all that being said, that's why Hollywood's finally said, dude, I'm going to quit trying to micromanage it, because what happens is where I'm keeping up with it to the minutes, these cats are like, well, we're going to add another band. I'm like, you can't add another band. Even if you throw in a Dustin Bragg. Dustin Bragg is so much easier to work with, but that's still 15 minutes. That's several minutes to get him up there and get him tuned in. And it's almost like 7 and 7. 7 minutes to get him up, let him do his show, 7 minutes to get him off, and then get the next guy. Dustin, we found out when we did the thing for Jimbo's, he's so much easier to work with than some of the others. Some of the others, it's like, we're not on a full PA system, and we were having people going, I need reverb, put in my guitar on my monitor. And I'm like, just play. A real artist can play. A real artist doesn't have to ask for reverb in his voice to be played back on the monitors. What the crowd hears is one thing, but you don't have to have reverb to sing. You should be able to just get on a guitar and sit on a porch step and sing and sound decent if you're a good artist. And I'm not trying to take jabs at anybody, but I'm being point blank. So my point is, now this year, we've had an extra band thrown in, and nobody's confirmed it with me, and it just doesn't work that way. And I'm not doing that as a power struggle. I'm saying it does not work that way. It complicates things. So as far as I know, the Big Don Band's going to be there. There's a second band that somehow, through conversations with the Big Don Band, decided they're going to play. But the problem is there's not a time frame for these guys. So if they can play, terrific. But the problem is they got somewhere else they got to be that afternoon, and their time slot to play with us is the same time frame they're supposed to be somewhere else.
Wow.
So that wasn't planned very good.
Yeah, because
But again, nobody checked with me.
Yeah, because you usually have a sheet.
Yes.
And you have it down almost to the minute.
Almost to the minute. And what we've learned is if somebody's supposed to play at 1, that means 1-ish. Ish.
Yeah, ish.
I have emphasized I'm going to have the word ish put into the dictionary, because if I say 1, that means 1-ish. If you think you're supposed to play at 1, just be prepared to play between 12:45 and 1:30.
Yeah.
But don't be mad at 1:05 if you're not playing, because the problem with bands is sometimes it takes longer to set up. Sometimes their songs take a little longer. And the problem is band A and band B can't be mad at band A for taking a little longer, because guess what? Band C is probably going to be pissed off at band B for taking a little longer. It's a mutual respect.
Yeah, and sometimes they have problems. Like last year, it was not your stuff. It was the band's stuff. They blew a circuit or something, remember? And
I don't remember what was blown. I do remember something stupid happened. And we couldn't figure it out. Oh, what it was is I think they had too much plugged into a power strip.
Yeah,
but anyway, stuff happens.
Yeah.
It just happens. So what else? Either way, back to what we were actually going to be on is make sure you come check us out at Bike Fest this Sunday. It's going to be great. It's a whole family's kind of thing. I mean, everybody can come out. Anybody can come out. Your kids, there's going to be a bike show. There's going to be tons of bike games. Just tons and tons and tons of cool little stuff. Some of the bike games that they do are pretty friggin' cool, actually.
Oh yeah, they are.
And this year, thank God, my leg. I was so nervous going for that MRI the other day, or thinking I was going to have the MRI. I was actually scared that when something got said about maybe having to immobilize it and put it in a cast or a boot, and I'm like, oh no, I've got a big party Saturday night, and I have a huge event on Sunday. Like, there's no put a boot on anything. If you're gonna put a boot on something, it'd be a boot on a car. I ain't got time for that. Grant just asked yesterday, he says, what all do you got to go? I said, man, I got so much stuff to do, it's pathetic. And see, I still got to get the bus to Custom Tent and Sound today or tomorrow. And because I forgot to call yesterday to tell them today or tomorrow, I'll probably have to call today and say, hey, if you can't get to it today, I need to get it in there tomorrow, but I got to get logos peeled off and logos put on.
Yeah, and I saw where you had Dustin Bragg put on the back of the
I don't know
bus.
what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
There was a picture on
I know, man. I walked out of Horizons Motorsports, and all of a sudden, there's this 15-inch tall by 50-inch wide Dustin Bragg face on my butt of my bus. So if I tell Dustin Bragg, kiss my butt, I'm going to be like, dude, really, you're back there.
It looks pretty cool.
It does look good. And the cool thing is everybody that drives by is going to see that.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, of course, it was dark this morning when I got here. So I wasn't able. I wasn't even looking for it,
so wait.
actually.
So let's word it this way. So Travis is out of town.
Yes.
So the first eyes you got to look into this morning was Dustin Bragg. Is that what you're saying?
No, the first eyes.
Wait,
was
is that
Ashley.
what? No. The first guy's eyes that you got to look into this morning was Dustin Bragg.
Yeah.
You got your little crush. It's okay. His mama's not listening. Are you?
He's old enough to be my kid, or I'm old enough to be his mom, right? Because Ashley's older than him.
Look, I have tried to set him up with my stepdaughter,
Which one?
Beth.
Oh.
I'm like, look, and everybody, it might be X-rated for a second when I say this, but I'm like, look, you're a good kid, and if any tool is going near my stepdaughter, I'd rather it be yours than the one that is. And he turned red.
I could see.
He turned red. He was in the house, and Beth was here, and my wife was standing here, and he started to leave. And I said, man, you're going to make a great son-in-law. And she turns blood red. He starts smiling because me and him have already talked. So as he leaves, he's just starting to close the door. I said, son, you be careful driving home. And he opens the door back up and says, see you later, Dad. And he closes the door. And I said, prime son-in-law material.
So
Beth wants to kill me.
Why did Beth start blushing if she doesn't have a little crush?
I don't know. She thinks she's embarrassed, but I don't know.
The only reason why you'd be embarrassed is if you had a little crush.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I am saying, but I'm not saying. You're a douchebag. I don't know.
They would be cute together.
They would be, and that's the funny part of it. They would be, because Dustin is fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing that she needs in her life is just no drama and just have some fun and simple, just simple. And I'm not calling him simple minded. I'm talking simple living. He doesn't do stupid and is just working on a good career, and he's got a good job, and he goes and hunts, and he's just a good all around kid. And I'm not getting paid to say that. I mean, truthfully, like I said, if any tool's going to be near my stepdaughter garage area, rather it be his.
and he is a good kid.
I bet there's tons of people laughing right now going, did he just say that? Yes, I just said that. Because you can't fight the inevitable, right? Your kids are going to hook up with people. And how many times is your kid, and I'm not saying Beth has, I'm using this as an example. How many times has your kid hooked up with a douche nugget and you're like, oh my God, what is my kid thinking for dating him or dating her? Chris with Ravens Renovation has got, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? He's got a smoking daughter who he is going to kill some dude because of. Brad Johnson, Coach's Corner. Brad's got 2 good-looking daughters. One is a volleyball player at UGA. Can you already imagine? Poor Brad. Can you already imagine his daughter and them short shorts jumping up and down, and all those college guys are like, look at that. Just remember that every one of these hot chicks that somebody's staring at, that is somebody's daughter, and there's going to be a pissed-off daddy somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Rob from Rob's Performance. Have you not seen his daughter? His daughter's, I'm not sure of her age, but she's like at that 11, 12 figure, meaning in a couple of years, Rob is going to be a gun permit, pistol toting, pissed off Hollow Point buying dad.
And he's got what, 4 girls, right?
Just dang.
Yeah.
Look at Tubby. Can you imagine Tubby with Shelby?
Yeah.
And Tubby with Tubby, the way Tubby is, he's going to be, boy, I'm telling you right this. I'll cut your wiener off, put it in your pocket while you're on your way home. You might want to stop off at the hospital and get that thing sewed back on. So anybody, I know JD Spivey's listening, anybody that would like to call in and discuss anything they got to deal with about their kids, this is a great topic because, listen, not only as a father do you got to worry about your daughter being the person dating a douchebag, but remember, at one time, you might have been the very same douchebag that father warned her about. I was. That's why I'm telling my daughter, don't be dating this guy, because I was him.
Oh, yeah. You know, my oldest, or our Travis and I's oldest, she had a hold of somebody that.
Can you say had a hold of in a different manner, ma'am? Because that insinuates a water handle, like pumping water at the well. And
she was involved with someone that, let's just say, if I can ever get my hands on him, he's going to be in trouble.
But the problem is, legitimately, we can't really do the things we would like to do to these people because we'd go to prison.
True. Oh, yeah, we would.
If you accidentally fall down a flight of steps, though,
but I have
accidentally, you won't be falling on my steps because my homeowner's insurance. Well, you're going to fall at the steps at a baseball field or something.
And here's the first call.
Just for Fun Radio.
Good morning, guys. What's happening?
What's going on with you?
Not a whole lot. Just calling in to discuss the topic you guys are talking about real quick while I got a second.
So while your baby is a baby, how are you going to feel when that's not the case?
Well, I already get it. Mac, one thing that drives me nuts is to watch another toddler put his eyes on my toddler. I'm telling you this.
And we're all just on toddlers right now.
Oh man, no, I've got a long road ahead of me. I've already got a beautiful one on my hands. I can only imagine how much more beautiful she's gonna get if she's anything like her mother. So I've got a journey on my hands.
And I know your wife's gene pool. So that is a very scary thing to think about.
Yeah, we're gonna hope and pray she got more of my gene pool on that.
I know that gene pool. That's like breeding race horses, and you go, man, that horse came from a good gene pool. I know his wife's gene pool, and you better raise that kid right.
That sounds odd.
Yeah.
What? Well, I don't want to say that his mother-in-law has been known to be
crazy.
Yeah, crazy would be the word
Wild.
I'm going to use. Yes. She's been known to be the crazy one at the party.
Alrighty then.
So is my father-in-law.
And she's been known to be the crazy one at the swimming pool. And, yeah. So, yeah, let's just hope
love a good old crazy pool monitors. You got to love them.
Oh, yeah. So, but, one day you're going to be sitting on your couch. Your kid's going to come in and go, I want you to meet so-and-so. And then your heart's going to drop.
Look at her and tell him, I have to look at her and be like, well, is he ready to meet the shotgun, the rifle, and the pistol?
What was cool is when Emmy hated the fact I was DJ Scotty. So when middle school, she hated it. But then because of a person I was dating, some pictures that got leaked on the internet, then her friends cruising some sites saw this girl and said, oh my God, that looks like the same girl that's on Emmy's daddy's page. And just so happens it was the girl I was dating. Then all of a sudden, when they started confronting my daughter with it, I become the cool dad. So then it was, oh yeah, that's my dad. And then I was known as the cool dad. Loganville Middle School and Loganville High School, DJ Scotty was like the coolest thing around due to my choice of stripper type girls I dated. But at the same time, none of them wanted to date her. Like she dated this little wannabe. He looked like the Beastie Boys used to look, and I called him Vanilla Ice. The first time I met him, I was like, "What's up, Vanilla Ice?" And he was like, because he just knew He just knew. Like, he had already seen me in Loganville back and forth on the bike. He'd already seen me with all the characters. He already seen me doing all this stuff. And I never would call him by his name. I'd always call him Little Vanilla Ice. So, needless to say, that didn't last long. But you're going to be faced with that too, Mr. JD. You will have to have that heart attack one day.
Yeah, it'll be a while, but it's coming.
And the bad thing is,
I know it.
Think about society now and think about when your kid gets that age. Where will we be as a society? Like right now, kids today have their underwear hanging out of their pants.
Yeah.
When we were kids, that wasn't it.
No.
And when we were kids, it was you were thugs, meaning you were long-haired metalheads or the potheads or the smokers, and now it's your drawers hanging out of your pants. What's next?
I don't even want to think about
What's
I don't know.
next?
I'm terrified. I'm terrified for the next generation because just yesterday, I've got neighbors that's got I do believe 5 and a 6-year-old, maybe 7 and 6. But anyways, I was sitting on my front porch smoking my cigarette with my other next door neighbor. He was outside talking with me, and I just happened to look over to the left of me out of my peripheral vision, and I see this little 7-year-old sitting on the side of his house, hiding from his parents, smoking a cigarette.
Oh my
So
God.
I called him out on it, and I messed with his head for a little while, and his little brother. And before you know it, we come find out, not only does the 7-year-old do it, we caught the 5-year-old doing it.
Because
So at
if the
this point,
7's doing it,
we
then you
took-
know.
Exactly. So me and my other neighbor, we took a video of these little boys smoking cigarettes, turned right around and showed their parents. You know what their parents done?
nothing.
Turned right around, not a dang thing. Told them not to do it
Well,
again.
did the parents smoke? So,
the parents smoke.
but
the parents
you see
smoke
my
pot, the
point.
parents do
That's my
weed.
point. I
Exactly.
mean,
Yeah, that's
they were
exactly.
they were already probably doing it, and they just find it acceptable. And no offense to anybody,
Exactly.
but they probably find it acceptable. And truthfully, it's one thing if the kids are sneaking off doing it because you can't monitor and control every single thing the kids do. But at the same time, if you're just making no big deal about it, then the kids ain't gonna make a big deal out about it either.
Exactly. And that's what scares me with the next generation that's growing up right now. Kind of scary.
Yeah, and truthfully, I mean, should be a little scary.
Yeah. But
What's next?
my dad, he worked out of town a lot when my brother and I were growing up. But let me tell you this, he had so many people watching out for us.
You
that
couldn't
we-
fart the wrong way.
No.
That's
we
how my
couldn't.
daughter is. My daughter knows she can't get away with nothing. Literally, my daughter, when she was working at Justice, people would walk up and go, "I just love your dad," and she
Mhm.
didn't know these people, but these people just knew who she was.
Oh yeah. We couldn't do anything without it getting back to my dad. And then my dad, he would call us and say, "Hey, what are you doing this, or this? How did you know?" And he
Well,
Oh yeah.
it
When I
happens.
was growing up, when I was growing up, it was eyes everywhere from my mother. I could come home from school like right after I started driving, and my mom would be like, "So why were you speeding today?" I was like, "What? How do you know?
Yeah,
How do you know what?" She just looked at me. I've got eyes everywhere.
that's
And
right,
I'm just been
That's what
amazed.
my dad
I'm
would say.
amazed.
and that's
And, and
very
the
true.
older I get, the more older I get, the more I think I'm catching on to that because I start noticing things more and more, and I would have never noticed when I was younger that I never cared to even think about noticing.
That's just kind of funny.
Mhm.
I mean, but it just is what it is. I mean, we just live in a society now that's just a little different, and and with media, the social media, everybody sees everything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, man.
It's a whole new
Do your
world.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm fixing to run. I'm trying to get this stuff knocked out. It's almost Friday.
Yes, sir. I know I got
More
stuff to do
days.
today, and the way I need to do it, I have stuff I need to get done, but I got to pull off while it's dry today, and then
Yeah.
and then tomorrow, or whatever. So yeah, it's always
Yeah.
something.
Well, I hope it stays dry Sunday long enough, at least till after 2, man, because they're calling for rain on
Well,
Sunday.
as of this morning, they show Saturday and Sunday being awesome.
Oh, well, then that's
Really?
good. I didn't
Yeah.
get a chance to
Like
watch
I'm
it,
I'm
but-
looking right now. They're now saying tomorrow is going to be chance of rain, But Saturday, partly cloudy, and then Sunday, mostly cloudy. But listen, I'm okay with mostly cloudy because that means the sun's not going to be beating down on me on that black asphalt.
Yep. And it'll be
Exactly. It's
nice
gonna be
and
a
comfortable.
perfect day.
That's right. I'm okay with it too. So,
All right, man.
all right, man. Thanks for calling
I look
in.
forward to- no problem. Look forward to seeing you guys Sunday.
All right, see you later.
Yeah.
Oops, I just hung up. Sorry. I touched that dang screen. Let me call him back. That was rude of me.
What he said?
I know, but I hate never letting somebody actually say bye because if he was saying something else, I don't want to feel like I just hung up on him. That's the difference of the droid being the sensitive touch and the iPad being the tapper.
Yeah, come on.
I accidentally hung up on you. I was reaching for the phone and tapped the screen. But anyways, have a great day.
All right, you guys take care.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, that was one of them oopses. That was a misfire.
A misfire.
Yeah, it's a misfire. So you got anything else? We got 8 minutes.
I actually have real quick. Taco Bell is, they last year they started doing the breakfast in the morning.
I think so, but I've never actually gone to Taco Bell for breakfast.
I have once. It was pretty good.
Somebody brought me like one of the little burrito breakfast things, and it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Well, now they're going a little step further, and they're going to be testing out Taco Bell delivery.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wonder how that's going to work. Because there ain't nothing worse than an old soggy taco.
Right.
I don't know.
So, yeah. I mean, of all places and it's not really a fast food place, but of all places that I think that should have delivery is Waffle House.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Waffle House would
Yeah,
be
because they'd make a
awesome.
killing. How about this?
yeah.
We found a thing last night. It's a food truck, and I'm not going to pronounce it right, but it's called Blackakin, I think's the name of it. It's a black dude that has a food truck that does soul food and Mexican food and even mixes them together. Blackakin. And it's a food truck.
That sounds
Instead of it being
weird.
the color of like red, white, and green for Mexico, it's like black, white, and red. And he even has a restaurant in Atlanta now. And does something like a collard green burrito.
Oh, now that just sounds nasty.
Is that not weird?
That sounds nasty.
But
then again, I don't
stop
like
for a second.
collards.
Well, I was gonna say collard greens. Now I like collard greens if they're done right, and eating it with cornbread. Come on, that's nothing. That's good. So can you now take a flour dough based wrap around collard greens and eat it and it still be good? So if you had collard greens that have a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, some people like a little bit of hot sauce. I don't, but a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper on some collard greens. The problem is this: I like collard greens to where there's a little bit of water in them, like soup almost, because it keeps all my flavor together. Now, how are you gonna have one of those and it be dry? Just Fun Radio.
What you guys got going on today?
Oh God, you just totally missed out if you don't know. Then we were just talking about, and pull that curtain too. We were just talking about a guy with a fast. I don't know if I'd call him fast food. He has a food truck. You know, those big food truck vendors. And the name of it is Blackakin, and he is a black man serving Mexican food and soul food, and sometimes it's Mexican and soul food mixed together. Like he has a collard green burrito or a collard green wrap. I don't know what you would actually call it.
The name of it's what?
Blackakin.
Blackakin. That's funny.
Look it up. My wife was showing me last night, and like the color of the truck, it looks like a UPS kind of truck. Instead of the Mexican flag being green, white, red, where it's three colors, this bus, the back of it's black, then it's middle white, then the front's red. And they even have like a restaurant now where you can get to-go orders. And they're mixing soul food with Mexican food, and it's a black dude. And it's supposedly it's going off like a hook. The dude's making money like it's nothing. Like it's raining money.
It's probably a quote unquote sole proprietorship.
Yes, there you
Oh,
go.
never
You
mind.
like that one, huh?
You know, one of my first little hustles, actually was, I don't know, I must have been about 12, 13, maybe something like that. But I went to McDonald's and made an agreement with the manager there that every Wednesday and Friday I would come in there and I would buy 100 sandwiches. And what I would do is, and I would go in there and take my little styrofoam cooler in there, and they'd have them all ready for me at lunchtime. I'd pick them up, got a hell of a discount on them, and then I'd go to the construction sites and sell them.
That actually made kind of good sense.
So, and I thought years ago, hell, I was in my early teens then. I wanted to put one of those roach coaches together and have like McDonald's or Burger King and KFC and go around with the roach coach to the construction sites, but nobody support me on it.
Well, my problem then is, and I'm not my problem, my question would be how legal that would be. You know what I'm saying? Because you're reselling somebody else's goods. So would McDonald's have a problem with it? Would KFC have a problem with it? Would Chick-fil-A have a problem with it? You know, only reason I say it like that is, would you catch yourself getting hemmed up in some lawsuit?
Right. Well, you know, if you look at it full screen, that's my new thing. If you look at it full screen, everybody, no matter what they are, if you're in the service industry, you know, resells product. It doesn't matter what it is.
Oh yeah, yeah, I got you. I just don't know from their standpoint. I mean, because everybody resells a Little Debbie's, but you know, it's kind of like being in the bar business. You have to buy all the alcohol from the beer distributor or the liquor distributor. You know, when I worked at I was a manager of a BP. We had to purchase all of the what would be considered dry goods, all the crackers, beans, anything that we sold on a shelf, gum, everything had to come from a distributor. All the cigarettes had to come from a distributor. So it you know, raises that question. You know, we had to get the beer from one distributor. Coke had to be. It just makes you wonder how it all works.
Right, and you know, Jacob and I had a discussion yesterday a little bit, kind of twisting the topic around a little bit. But as far as music promoters or production companies having a monopoly on a certain geographical area, where you find a lot of the national or higher end regional guys skipping over a particular state or area of a state simply because the promoters are POS. So it's the same thing, you know. I ran into situations in different bars and different things that I've done in the past where, you know, if the bar that I own was located 3 blocks further to the north, then, you know, I could get my beer for like 40 cents less a bottle or whatever. So pretty interesting. What else you guys got going today?
Just that we got an act in right now. Big Donnie just come up in the house, Appalachian Dawn. So we're trying. I'm trying to get Stephanie to turn the camera. I guess if I'd have done this and just made it easier for her, but she doesn't follow hand signals very good. So now turn the camera. Turn the camera. Just the camera. That's good right there. Go ahead. Appalachian
Dawn.
Here, there you go. Appalachian Dawn. Sorry.
All right.
I'm trying to pronounce stuff and trying to get Steph to turn the camera.
It's Appalachian
Cool.
Dawn.
Appalachian Dawn.
Yeah, I've got one of his songs that I'm actually going to be playing here in just a few seconds, just to kind of
I
let.
see he's doing I see on the video that he's doing a Pepsi plug there.
Yeah, he's got his Pepsi.
Yeah.
You know, I love that when you see a show and all of a sudden, like, the people are typing on a computer and we don't need to see what computer it is. All of a sudden they show the new Windows 8, you know, iPad type looking pad that has the removable keyboard, and they zoom in on it and you see it say Windows 8 and you see them snap it apart, and I'm like, plug product placement.
Yep.
You know,
Mhm.
somebody got paid,
Advertisement.
and then Bones.
Well, you see,
you know,
yeah, he's got his. Well, you know, you could recognize the can anyway, but you can see that he's there. You go. He hit it now. But you know, Steph's got hers twisted to the side. I would just suggest that maybe you give Pepsi Cola a call and tell them that, you know, you like the Pepsi product, but Coke's offered you XYZ if you drink Coke when you're doing remotes or whenever you're doing your little gigs.
You get free Pepsi.
well, hopefully, what's fixing to happen is we got some Dustin Bragg just for fun radio koozies coming in. So
Yeah.
hopefully, from here on out, my people will be sliding their drinks into a koozie while being on air. And you know what's funny is, let's just bring this conversation up
You want to
because
keep it at koozies, or you want to buy like fleshlights and stuff like that to slide into?
so Craig's watching video. Craig just brought up a very valid point that I try to explain to Stephanie every day. On Stephanie's right hand side, she always throws her crap, and I'm like, Steph, if you don't need it on the table, put it under the table. But Steph, think of the camera. But I can't get to my cantaloupe if I'm hungry. Well, you can't lean under the table and get a slice of cantaloupe. I kept explaining that everything's sitting on the table. She's like, but, and now you have a listener that is describing your drink.
No, he didn't say what kind it was. He said something about a Pepsi, and it's not a
Okay.
Pepsi can.
Okay, reject.
Well, you know, what about
hold on. I
I
got to point this out. He explained that he could see that you had your can twisted so you couldn't see the label, Steph. That means he can see it that clearly.
Okay, so what's it called?
So my point was, if he can see that your label was twisted, that means people can see better than you think they can. As she just giggles. She has had this argument with me over and over off air. And I'm like, Steph, if it's on camera, they can see it. Well, I don't see it being a big deal. And Craig just said, I can see that he had his Pepsi bottle with the label turned towards the camera and yours was not. That tells you that they can see that good. Okay, so go back to what your point was, Craig. I just had to bust her cherry on that.
Right. You know, you have to remember. You have to remember, though, at the same time that you have radio listeners or, you know, phone listeners, and then you have, or the listen live people, and then you have the YouTube viewers.
Yes.
So, you know, I might have to side with Stephanie on her being under the table eating something, because if you was just to say that, it wouldn't sound right.
Oh. PG.
You do look a little manly.
So try to share with me a little bit about this guest you have today.
Well, actually, I was gonna go to a commercial and play his song and then come back and lead into him. So I was actually fixing to do that.
Yeah, for us people that are, you know, don't know anything about the music industry or who he is.
Oh, whatever. He's a new artist, dude. He's a new artist. You know, we always are trying to support the local guys and help grow the local guys, because here's what I know. Used to, in the old days of radio, which is what I'm pulling off now, back then you had what I'm providing you used to have back in the day before corporate got all involved. So I'm just trying to give back to the people what real radio is. I'm trying to give back. I want to be part of what I grew up with, and it just doesn't exist anymore. So, hey, here we are. So, you know, you feel me.
Is this like what about the genre, though? Is it like the hillbilly rap kind of thing?
Yeah. You know, it's called hip hop by some artists. It's called hillbilly rock by others. It's called country rap by others. And his has its kind of own flavor too. We don't know what we know nothing about what it may be called as it progresses and grows. It may be its own thing by the time it's done.
Yeah, because he does a lot of acoustical stuff.
Because Michael Knight will argue with you and say, I'm called hip hop. Michael Knight says, I am not called country hip hop. I am called hip hop. And then you've got the Georgia boys that call themselves what? They want to call themselves country rap.
Yeah.
So
now, who was the last guy you said?
Well, there's Michael Knight, who's out of Texas.
That guy.
You should listen to him. You check out a few of his things, because if you listen to him, I don't know, 4 years ago, he was mostly it was mostly rap. It was mostly hip hop. It wasn't even country music hardly. Only
well,
in
what
like,
you find is, I mean, if it's, and it'll happen over time, however the industry just decides to package it, if you will. It's unfortunately, you can go or look at it from a demographic standpoint. If it's a group of white guys, they're going to call it this. If it's a group of black guys, it's going to be this. If it's a group of Mexicans, then it's going to be called this or whatever. So it's kind of industry it's kind of interesting. The industry is going to package it however it sells.
Well, right now, all the guys doing if you call it country rap, just to put it by a label, all the guys that are doing it want to, and not the gentleman sitting here, but all the guys that are already trying to make, they're already on tour, they're already doing this. They're trying to make theirs sound better than anybody else's, and not the music. Well, yes, the music, but that's not what I mean. By definition, they try to make theirs, by definition, be different than the others. So, the others like, oh, so you're country hip hop? No, man, I'm called hip hop. So they all have their little twist, and they all have their own flavor too. So,
right, but you're absolutely right. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen is the venues, when the promoters, when the wheeler and dealer people get in touch with the venues that are hosting these events, when they call up and ask what their genre is or what their market is, etc., they're ultimately going to be in charge of packaging this and canning it however they want, and whoever's paying the most money is that's what it's going to get stamped as.
Yeah, and see, Josh Seabolt just chimed in and said urban country is another term they're using too.
Yeah. I've heard.
And you and Josh have been talking. That's pretty good. And now he's in touch with my boy Billy too. Look, let me shoot off their commercial. I got a Dusty Bragg song coming up, and then I got Big Donnie fixing to play, and then we'll be right back and have a talk with him. I've been wanting to get him in here for about 3 or 4 years, so I'm kind of cool. It's kind of cool having him here today. But give me just a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Thanks for calling in, Craig. All right, bye. All right, everybody, we're gonna shoot off the commercial. We will be right back.
Hey, you wear extra large. Wear extra large t-shirts.
2X.
2X.
Yeah, I done got fat.
But we're in the process of going to the gym,
to
trying get him back into the gym.
It's worse than you can ever imagine. I've got to go back to the gym. My new cholesterol test has come in. It's worse than the first. So, yeah.
Well, I guess.
Then you wear extra large, right?
She is. We're trying to get her back in the gym.
You better say yeah then. I brought y'all a t-shirt.
Cool. Yeah, it should be able. Let me see. It should be able to fit.
I had him plugged for extra large.
If it can't fit me, I know it'll fit Travis until I can get down to it. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, think about it. They're pretty good size. They're a little bigger than an extra large.
What is McKinley Range?
Remember the benefit I told you we were going to do? The little girl with leukemia.
Oh, okay.
Her name's McKinley Morris. The name of her you caring and stuff like that is McKinleyRain.com.
Okay. Well, be sure you plug that today too.
Yeah.
And how people can find it. And that's coming up, right?
Oh, that was 2 weekends ago.
Oh, was it? Dang, is it already?
Hey, if hand sanitizer kills the germs on your hands, then wonder if I snort it, what it would do. Now, come here, I want you to see something. I need you to follow this real quick. When there's just two of us, take that to there.
There?
Yeah, just pull it back to there, and then we just got to get it straight. That right there gets off. But when I point down, I'm talking more. You know what I'm saying? Or you do now. It took you a minute for a second, but you got it.
A couple of you guys do.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. Exactly. Here's what I'm doing on the back of the bus. It's trying to use it a little bit to help. I don't want to get it totally cut
right
with stuff, but try to help some of the locals. like this cat right here, dude. He's such a good guy.
He's the guy singing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
He's just
got a
such
good
great
voice.
guy.
So he's just doing a cover of this song.
Yeah, but I've got like 6 of his other songs over here. But that one, I actually have people. I'm not gonna say begging, but I've got a guy, JD, that every day is like, dude, I need to play this song. He just loves it.
Yeah, we did Fusion Saturday night. There was a young boy on there named Jesse Charette. He's 18, man. That dude sounds tremendous.
Yeah, and I'm fixing to, even though it's gonna make people have to play for free, but I'm working on what's funny is like what we do. You already want me to do something for you, but let me do this at your day on your event day. He's like, shit, yeah.
What kind of event?
And you know, that way we do it. So I get what I want, and he gets it on the day he needs it, and I get what I want to pull off.
Makes sense.
And let me tell you, that thing I'm doing in Houston, if I can get everybody to drive to Houston, I plan on using that 60-foot stage then too. I'm going to tell her, I'm going to be like, look, in between this on Saturday, I want to do this. So if they'll make plans for the first couple of hours being this, and then I'm going to say between this window of 1 and 4, I want to run this amount of people through it. You know what I mean? So that's yeah. That's just we already worked on that. Remember, somebody copied it. You won't talk too much important stuff. You just wait. After so all right, this is a really good mic. All you got to do is stay 1 or 2 fingers from it. Man, it'll be. It's great for guys. It's not so great for girls.
So he says. That's why I'm not on it.
Well, I had to put you on that because she has moments where she's like, "You're listening to Just for Fun Radio."
You're listening.
And then you'll have like she's a little bitty this mouse, and then you have PBR, STP, NASCAR stuff. Whoa! Get naked!
I've never said get naked.
So I have to keep her on a mic that's very flexible. This mic is just a good all around steady mic. And Steph's not steady. She tried going steady once, and her cousin broke up with her.
You're so bad.
Come on now, you know that was some good stuff.
Actually, I broke up with him.
I think the family reunion split you up. I don't think either of you truly did it.
No, when we went to the family
Did she just chew her lip? No.
No, when we went to the family reunion, I was already married to Travis. So.
Well, it ain't cheating if it's your cousin, right?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You're not sure.
You're not sure. Just like she wasn't sure it was her cousin.
I didn't know it was my cousin.
See?
Did Maury confirm that for you?
That's right.
No, when we met at the family reunion.
And her
that
aunt
day.
introduced her.
True story.
You really growing, man. I dig it.
Oh my gosh!
tell you,
we've
man,
got, people. In
That's bigger than I ever
Australia.
thought right now.
Yeah.
Now, it's not bigger than I ever dreamed of, but it's definitely bigger than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got a graph here that tells me a very, very vague number. And at first we thought the graph was right, but then we started learning it doesn't trace cell phones or pads or anything. That it only can trace computers.
Yeah, anything that downloads the app from the app store, whether it's an Android or an iPhone, it doesn't.
Here we go.
It doesn't pick it up.
All right, all you just for funners, we are back.
We're back.
So I've always known you as Big Donnie.
That's
So
right.
are we still calling you Big Donnie?
Well, I mean, I guess my friends, you know, they gonna always know me for Big Donnie, but for the most part, you know, we're trying to push this Appalachian Don thing. It's really been a part of my life for a long time. So I just kind of brought it to light. You know, it
That's good.
kind of fits the whole image. You know, so
I'm super proud of you, dude.
I appreciate it.
When I first met you, it was so simple because friggin' pork chop. Friggin' pork chop. So I'm DJing at a bar. I'm already doing all these big events, but I'm DJing at this bar. And, you know, you got to describe them when not describe them to hurt feelings. But you got this guy that every time you see him on the weekend, he's got a drink in his hand and he's partying. And he's like, man, I got this boy. You got to get my boy up here. You got to get my boy up here. And I'm so used to hearing it. I'm just like, yeah. And I wasn't blowing him off, but I'm like, yeah, because I've heard this a million times. And then one night, you actually sat down on the stage and we tossed you a mic and you just went.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at Pork Chop like, I don't want to look like I'm owing you an apology, but I'm kind of like, dude, I didn't know. I thought you were just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Give my boy a microphone.
It was that Vanilla Ice night.
You know, like Little P or whatever that dude's name is. Oh my God! Every time I gave him a microphone, his recorded stuff sounded good, but every time I gave him a microphone, it just didn't sound that good live. So I'm just used to kind of like I was joking with the tattoo guys yesterday. They said every time we go somewhere, all I hear is, "Look at this," and I'm like, not really catching it. But then I'm looking at his face as he says, "Everywhere we go, somebody's pulling up a sleeve going, what do you think of this tattoo? I just got it. Or can you fix this?" And I thought, man, you probably do hear that everywhere you go. And then that made me not feel so stupid, odd, weird, because I get, hey, I need you to play my friend on the radio. And I'm like, do they have any good MP3s? Well, no, I got this recording on my phone. Well, you videoed that at a live concert. So unless you're standing in the exact dimensions of the room that made it sound good on that recording, I can't play it because it just wouldn't sound right. So, but anyways, enough about me. Let's hear about you.
Yeah. How long have you been playing, Don?
Well, I probably started off playing guitar when I was about 17, something like that.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
A lot of folks don't.
I saw you on that video from where y'all were in South Georgia. Well, hell, the night at Fusions you played, and I'm like, had no clue the boy could play.
Well, you know, and it's funny that you say that because there's some folks coming up to me like, I didn't know you could rock a mic. You know, they just know me for the guitar stuff. And like I said, about 16, 17 years old, my daddy gave me my first guitar, showed me 3 chords, and I just kind of picked it up from there. Kind of knew I wanted to learn how to play, so I'm kind of self-taught.
Mm-hmm.
My teachers were CC DeVille, you know, the 80s hair
That's
metal.
right.
You know,
That's
that's my genre of music. Really, that's what really got me turned on to music. Now, don't get me wrong, I've always loved the other stuff. You know, my daddy raised me up on outlaw country, but by the time I got where I could like start looking at my own type of music, my very first video that I ever seen, I was probably 9 or 10 years old. And I was watching this video one night, and this dude was like wearing a mask, and he's going crazy, and he's like, "Bang your head!" So that was my very first
Right.
heavy metal experience,
Right.
and I loved it.
And do you know that song? And I don't mean to take away from you, but I was watching a documentary on it, and do you know that it was people can argue all they want, but it was the very first metal song to ever hit a top one.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Top
And
40.
the one to only make it, the very first one to ever make it up into a top 40, period. So, pardon me. A lot of people don't give Quiet Riot the honor that it truly
They
deserves.
get just due for me.
But
Oh,
but the
yeah.
fact that you just brought it up,
Yeah.
because I remember my first time, I was a kid. We were delivering phone books out of the back of a Toyota truck, listening to Quiet Riot, and that was the first what I could even fathom the idea of metal was.
Yeah,
So,
me too.
but it's funny that you remember it like that, you know.
Mhm.
I was little. I was real small. And I was even skinny. If you can fathom that.
We all have been there once.
Oh, yeah.
But and it's funny that video, I'm watching that video the next day. My sister, not my oldest sister, but my middle sister, she's got a collection of cassettes.
Mhm.
I mean, and it's very large, and I'm just scrolling through there, and I'm looking at her tapes, and I pull one up, and it's got the dude with the mask on it,
Oh yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
DeBrow.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man. So I tucked it.
Yeah.
And she caught me with it, and she's like, "What are you listening to this stuff for? This stuff's gonna rot your brain." And I got it from you.
That's
You know
right.
what I mean? I got it out of your stuff.
That's right.
And she let me have it, and I wore it out, wore it out, and you remember when the tape players they would eat the ribbon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Eat it up, and I mean,
Take your pencil and try to fix it.
that's right.
Yeah.
I tore it slap up, and she felt bad for me one day, and she come in with a vinyl.
Oh
So
yeah.
now she's introducing me to vinyl,
Yeah.
So, and like I said, growing up, my daddy, he put me on that outlaw country, so it's always been a part of me.
Mhm.
Waylon Jennings, stuff like that. My daddy put that in me, and so now I'm starting to learn to play, and everything's kind of blending. I'm blending everything together, and that's always been the thing with me. I like to blend music. Like I know you've seen my face when you mention hip hop. Kind of, because I mean, I guess it kind of perturbs me a little bit because,
Yeah.
Well, because you're getting stereotyped,
right.
but nobody. It's such a new world. Nobody
That's
knows
right.
what to call it.
That's right. And I call it music, brother.
I
You
do
know what
too.
I'm saying?
And well,
Yeah.
the thing is, I play a lot of mixes, and people are kind of blown away with what I play. Like I've got a James Brown mixed with Zeppelin, and
Mhm.
people are like, "Man, that's how did you do that to Zeppelin? You ruined Zeppelin." But the way I look at it is, there's so many people that would only listen to James Brown, and so many people that would only listen to Zeppelin, and I've got them merged. Like
Mhm.
I've got a Beastie Boys mixed with Herbie Hancock. I've got all sorts of great music, and what I do is when I'm at these events, I'm able to play these mixes because I can get the younger generation that wouldn't listen to an old song, and the older generation that wouldn't listen to a new song. And I apparently have both of you tapping your feet now. And
right.
Mhm.
we've already had so much rock. We've already had so much country. We got to have something. And
That's right.
90% of the white population of today's standards listen to 10 different kinds of music. So over my years, I say ice cream. Music's like ice cream. Everybody likes ice cream.
That's right.
And it just depends on your mood as to what flavor ice cream you want.
Mhm.
So I want to be able to say that I am Baskin Robbins of music.
That's
I
right.
want to be able to supply you your Ray Charles and your Rihanna.
The
So I got them
ambassador.
mixed together,
That's right.
you know?
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel you on the country world, because in your background, whether you listen to metal or not, you still grew up hearing
That's
Waylon
right.
Jennings.
That's right.
You still grew up hearing all that
That's
stuff.
right. And really, I think what turned me to you, you was of course, you play a lot of different kinds of music always. And no matter when you'd be up at Fusions, whatever, it was always something different. It was always
Yeah.
different.
Mhm.
But one night you got to play in a Tesla song, It's getting better.
Oh, that's the song.
Yeah,
now.
that's my song, man. I love it. And I always have.
Because the beginning is so simple, and no matter how bad your day is, at the beginning of it's getting better,
That's right.
it's you feel it because you're on that bad day.
It's raining at first.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden,
The sun shines.
well, pow!
That's
Here we
right.
are, dude, and it's getting better. I mean, I got my hair rising on my arm just then because I try to tell people, and I've got a couple of songs. There's two U2 songs that are pretty good because one's you're stuck in a moment, and it's all about you're just stuck in a moment that you can't get out of.
That's right.
But you're going to look back and realize that it's just a moment. It is just a moment in time. And I try to tell people who are having depressed moments and they're like in a bad breakup, and I'm like, how many bad breakups have you had? Well, I'm like, okay, so when you look back on that one from 5 years ago or 10 years ago, the one that you thought you couldn't live past, when you look back at it now, how bad was it? And they go, it really wasn't that bad compared to today. I'm like, right. And 5 years from now, you're going to look back on this moment and you're going to go, man, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. And as long as you got people around you that can keep pushing positive in your life, there is nothing in this world besides cancer that you can't get over. You can get over a bankruptcy. You can get over being homeless. You can get over all these things you think you can't get past.
That's
The
right.
one thing you ain't going to get past is death. So I feel the people facing that, but come on, man.
That's
It's
right.
always going to get better.
Ain't as bad as it once was,
That's
and ain't
right.
as good as it's gonna get.
That's it. Always. But keep going. I don't want to overpower you and go, but I'm just, when she sent me this, I've been giving Steph all this power. I'm like, Steph, just handle it. So she didn't even say, can Donnie come?
No.
She's like, Donnie will be in the studio tomorrow. And I'm like, awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool
I've been
deal.
wanting that for a while anyway.
Yeah. Yes. It's a scratch it off the bucket list.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's pretty good. I've been trying to. I've been patient. I've been humble. This whole thing kicked off with Country Roads,
Right.
and I'm really, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm kind of moving away from Country Roads a little bit. There's some personal things going on behind it. I love the song; it's a great song, but I will not include it on my EP.
Well, it's the only one I got. I need
Right.
some more stuff out of it.
Okay, there's right now there's a free down. I'm gonna take it down, but there's a free download on SoundCloud
Mhm.
for a song called "Anthem of an Outlaw." Features an artist in Arkansas called Big Chuck. You should check him out.
And he hit me up, but honestly, I don't mean this to sound bad, but because everything with me is so fast paced,
right.
I know they think, they meaning anybody, they don't want to disturb me, but it's kind of like, just call me, dude.
Yeah.
Some of the Facebook stuff, I get hundreds of people sending me little things. Sometimes you got to call me. Craig, on the other hand, is going to tell you, if you call him, he's going to tell you he's going to call you back. And he won't. It's been really busy. This time of the year is just wide open, and then it slows down in July because of the heat. Not too much goes on in July. And then August, it kicks right back in
Right.
all the way up till the second week of Christmas. And then I take a break again and start remodeling like I did here. But
Well, hopefully people are learning if they can't get you.
yeah, just reach out to Steph.
Yeah. Because
Steph's becoming my second, whether she realized it or not.
But yeah, it's called Anthem of an Outlaw. Like I said, it's featuring the artist.
Yeah.
I got a feature on there from a guy named Big Chuck out in Arkansas. Latch on to him.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, love him. You'd love him. He's kind of like me. He's kind of very diverse.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Very different
I've
directions.
seen his, I've checked out 2 videos he sent.
Yeah.
And one, he's standing outside of a old white shack. It's kind of a black and white
Yeah,
footage.
it's
and
called Meat
he's
Hunt.
jamming out. And then you
Yeah.
see them inside. And what's crazy is a lot of people want to stereotype music. And I mean, there's a black dude with them. And everybody wants to go, but country ain't what it was.
He's their drummer, and he's actually mixes and produces their music.
That's awesome.
He actually, the Anthem of Outlaw song, he actually produced on that. He's something serious, man.
That's
he's
good,
a
though.
monster with the production. But and also Manchild, he's playing the guitar on the song.
Yes.
And I got a lot of respect for Matt. I know a lot of folks don't, but I got a lot of respect for him. He's a good dude, man. He's a great guitar player. He's heck, man. His guitar licks are.
I was happy
tremendous.
talking to him the other day, and it's not the same guy I talked to
Right.
2 years ago.
Right.
I'm happy to see that he's grown. I look back to where I was with my partying and being crazy in the bar, and the personality that I bled over in the bar and then onto the show. And then I saw some video the other day I was showing some video off to Jacob, kind of who we were, where I started. And I'm like, God, was I that unprofessional on the radio compared to where I am now? But
Right.
it's because now that I'm seeing other radio stations, I'm like, dude, it's hard to believe I'm better than them. And I don't mean better, but I mean more professional. Like
Right.
I saw my studio, I saw Luke Gallo doing an interview in a corporate type radio station down in Barnesville, and I saw it, and it kind of looked like my grandma's den with cedar walls, and it did. My first studio was better than this studio, not counting where I am now. So I'm like, holy cow, I'm better than I thought I was. You're always your own worst critic.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm just glad to see that everybody's growing.
Well, you've grown a lot too, man, over the past.
God,
I
yes.
think when I first met you, I was so drunk, man. I was a Fusions,
Yeah.
the bottomless cup. And
Oh yeah,
and it was when it was
bottomless
only
cup.
$10. So
Yes.
it was a ton of folks there. And I think my first real run in with Scotty was on a negative foot.
I don't even remember because
Well,
it's so fast.
We were both out in the parking lot.
Yes,
we're trying
I
to
do
break up
remember.
the same fight,
Fight out, yeah.
And I thought dude was killing the woman, but what turned out to be woman was tearing the dude up, man.
Yeah.
She was just going berserk and he was trying to get away. So,
He was just trying to.
and my
Go.
first instinct as a man is I need to go try to, I'm thinking he's whooping her,
Right.
but he's not, he's really just trying to cool her down and get off, and she's swinging and steady flailing. And I didn't really know that they were security as well. And, and so I'm stepping.
Well, because
trying
Mike
to-
didn't have a whole lot of security.
Right. He
So
sure didn't. And it
we-
was hectic up there.
I'd have to come out of the DJ booth. Remember, we come out that the
Yeah.
other day.
Yeah.
I'd have to come out of the booth.
You get crazy up there sometime. But like I said, I didn't
Used to. It doesn't anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I said, we were trying to break up the same incident, but I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Scotty's sober, and he's doing his rightful job. And I took it as
I
an
really don't
insult.
remember all this, so it's kind of cool he does, and I don't.
And
But,
you
yeah.
were the sober
And I was
one.
the
And what's
sober
great,
one.
yeah. But I mean, I always remember things when I'm drunk. I don't never get too drunk that I can't walk away. And all I heard, he's like, dude, we got to step away. I'm like, well, dude, I want to help. He's like, dude, step the. You know what I'm saying? He's becoming a little more aggressive because he's
Well, I
he's
have to
doing what
defuse it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. He's doing his job. He's doing his job, and
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it that way. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, no, it's my job. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
10 foot tall and bulletproof.
So when
Yeah.
we kind of snapped words a little bit, and Scotty and I said something, and Scotty said something back, and he finally
I
Scotty
am starting to remember a little of
finally
this.
finally Scotty gets fed up with me. So he says, you know what, dude, whatever. So, and I'm sitting in the truck. So I open the truck door to try to step out the truck because me and Scotty finna go. I feel like we finna go. And the people I'm riding with snatch me back into the vehicle. And they get us on out of there. And needless to say, man, about an hour later, I came back and I apologized.
I do
because-
remember that now. Now that
So-
you remember, I'm vaguely remember it all because you got to remember everything's so fast when it's
That's right.
happening. But yeah, I do remember that now.
But,
That's
I
funny how it
realized-
happens.
I
And now
realized
look
my
where you
wrongness.
are.
Yeah, definitely. I realized my wrongness. So, I told him, I said, y'all got to take me back, man. It's like, no, you ain't going back, man. You going to go to jail or something. And I'm like, no, man, I'm a grown man. I'm ready to admit my faults.
That's
So
right.
We pulled up and we talked it out. And
That's cool though.
everything.
Yeah, and I do, and in pieces of it, I do remember because there was that one dude with the taser.
Yeah.
I'll always remember that one. Like that, whenever I think back to any of them that we had to break up, that one just stuck in my mind because it just is what it is.
Hey, there's one thing about a dude with a taser, man. You see a guy with a taser and he just got it out. And you ain't scared, man. You all bad. You like, and you hear that thing pop, you realize, hey, this dude right here is serious, man.
And-
He
and
finna
to think-
pop me, man.
To think this dude was just chasing people as soon as they were getting out of their cars.
Yeah.
He was drunk. People would just be getting out of a car and you'd hear da, 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 and he's running after him, trying to zap him. He didn't even
Was
know
he
these people.
laughing?
Young boy.
Yeah, he was freaking smoked out of his brain and
Yeah.
owned something.
They beat him up. They beat him up at night.
He
I know who you're
was
talking about.
he was bad, dude. He spit in my face a few times.
Is
and
that the one you broke?
that's the
his
one I
arm?
broke his arm.
Oh.
Yeah, that's him.
He
Matt Simmons.
every time I stood him back
Oh.
up and I never let go of that arm. I didn't know it was already cracked. And I had that wrist and my right hand had his right hand. So he was opposite of me, so to speak. As I was pulling his wrist, I took my left hand, I pushed back up on under his throat on his chest, though, and I held him against this expedition. And I'm like, dude, just stay here. Your friend went to go get your car. Now, he's already spit in my face once, which is what resulted in the first time we went down. And then he did that whole thing like a bear, you know, where he's like, ah, you better. And he's just spitting in my face. And I'm like, dude, you better lean back. And then he goes, and then it was just too much.
Oh, Lord.
When he spit in my face that time, that's when he ended up on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man.
And then trying to get him in his car, he did it again. Just Fun Radio.
Hey, it's Jacob from Tulsa.
Jacob from Tulsa. What's happening?
Sitting here laughing and listening to the show.
So do you remember when you
Big.
saw Big Donnie at Fusion?
Oh, heck yeah. Hey, that's one of the reasons I stayed down there as long as I was.
So
Yeah, I appreciate that too, man.
when he was supposed to go back on Tuesday, I had just got off the phone going, okay, sucks you're having to go home on Tuesday. And it's like Monday. I'm like, it sucks you have to go home on Tuesday. Moccasin Creek will be there Friday night. And see, I knew y'all were doing the thing Saturday, but I had no idea y'all were going to Fusions. And as soon as I said that to him, he looked over at his wife and he's like, we're staying till Saturday.
Yeah, that was super cool, man.
Yeah, they had a car rental. He's looking at his wife going, call them. We're staying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that turned out to be
It
good.
was worth it, though.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. It was,
Yeah.
a
It was
good
awesome.
show.
It was a good show. It really was. I had a ball. I had a blast.
No doubt.
So what's going on, Jacob? So you called to say you like his music?
Oh, hell, you already knows that. Everybody knows I like Appalachian. What is it? Appalachian? How do
Appalachian.
y'all?
I was
know
in the
how they say it.
Appalachian
I'm just
Mountain. Oh, you make it
I'm making-
fun.
I'm making fun of you guys.
I got you.
Well, see, I'm real bad with
The Appalachian.
names. I'm real bad with names. And once I have your name in my head, yeah, that's your name. And so it's like, okay, I got to quit calling him Big Donnie because it's going to confuse people.
Yeah.
There's some of that Conyers Southern twang.
Hey, now.
Whatever it is.
Hey, now. I don't go bowling down Tornado Alley where you live. We just got
Yeah.
finished while he was here making jokes about people and tornadoes. He gets home, and it's not even a week later. He's leaning out of the window, click, 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 and he's posting all these pictures of what looks to be a real bad storm. And it's like, Jacob,
Yeah,
I
8 miles
thought-
away, it was a tornado.
Yeah. I'm like, I thought we just had this conversation.
Well, it's Pecos Bill, you know. I gotta represent.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the night you left everybody in suspense. Everybody was like, "What? Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay?" I mean, I can see. I know. You would just kind of kick back, you know,
Laughing
man,
at us.
I'm going to let them sweat it out.
That's right. He's hiding down to some storm drain somewhere, giggling. They think I'm dead.
Storm drain.
Yeah.
That storm cellar.
But push me up under this overpass.
That's right.
Steph, a storm drain. If you're driving down the expressway and you
Man.
see a tornado coming, what do?
You go under a bridge.
If you
I don't
have
know.
no
I'm trying to
bridge,
get
where
home.
do you go?
in the ditch.
A ditch, Stephanie, where you normally are already.
No, that's the creek.
Hey, that's a good place to be too. The
Oh,
creek,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Any kind of water, really. You know, any kind of water.
Yeah.
That's what they say anyway. I don't know, man.
Whoever they
It'd
are.
be my luck. It turned into a hurricane.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd be the first guy to drown in a tornado.
Have a water spout.
Yeah.
out of it.
Face down in the
What they
damn
call it,
creek.
a hurronado.
That's
Oh,
right.
man.
Sharknado.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Sharknado.
See,
Make a movie
trailer,
about anything.
trailer nado.
Yeah.
It went to mobile home park. I was just standing there, and all of a sudden, Grandma's trailer just hit me. I
Oh,
can't
man.
say that. That's too funny, though. All right, man. Well, thank you. Is that you got anything else you want to say? I was going to shoot off to a commercial.
No, just enjoying the show. Yeah, you gonna jam out today, or just gonna be on there, or as a guest, or what? You gonna play a little bit?
I don't know. We'll see what we'll see what the day brings. You know, I'm definitely excited to be here. So whatever
Right.
these guys tell me to do, I'm probably
Yeah,
pretty
we
much going to do.
might throw him on a
Awesome.
guitar if he wants to play some. You did bring it, didn't you?
Yeah,
I
I
thought I
brought
saw you come in with it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I brought it.
We'll see what we can pull off. All right, man. We're
Awesome,
going to do a
man.
song. We'll be right back.
Y'all have a good day. All right.
Thanks.
Too bad.
All right, everybody. We're going to shoot off to a commercial. We'll be back here in just a second. And we've actually had several people ask for the Tesla song right after we spoke about it. So everybody hang tight. We will be right back.
Free advertising for Tesla.
Yeah.
So that's the vintage cabinet, huh?
Yeah, man. I just started shoving all my old stuff in there.
Yeah, I
And,
love it.
it's just kind of cool. Like I got a little handheld TV that I remember my grandma bought, and then I got that microphone that Cindy Shook got me, the one that looks like this, that's from the 40s.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of neat just to hold it.
Yes, sir. I got one of them things too. I got me one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As much as I've looked for one, to see one that's from 1941
right.
or 42, it's pretty cool.
But
And then you have to wonder how many people have spoken on it or sang on it.
Yeah.
and if any famous people did.
I mean, it's just neat. How many lives have been touched either by holding it or singing into it?
Yeah. But if he plays, that would give you a chance to get live in studio songs for him that you could play.
That's what I'm hoping.
So that would be cool. Your TV, I guess they're having something with the AT&T Uber with the masters.
What?
Because it did that screen where you have to exit the message.
This bathroom
and all
here?
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the bathroom. I mean, I fixed it.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was going to ask you if you got.
And that's why I was saying if I have to go out that way.
So, how long does your show usually go to? From
7:30.
Usually start at 7, right?
Well, 7:30. We're usually in here. I'm usually doing something, you know, just to get music going, just so people have like song requests and stuff like that. So we're usually doing stuff like that.
Now, are you Josh Steele? He's the producer.
Josh, I say Josh is more along the lines of promoter, you know, and he's got me a couple shows now.
I know
Actually,
he's starting to get into what, managing Justin Geese.
Justin G.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's my opinion.
Remember that.
My opinion. That's not a very good show. Yeah, I mean, don't be. I'll talk to you about it.
Yeah, we'll go. Do you need, if you're going to do, would you be better in a chair or a stool to play?
Probably the chair.
I mean, if you want to play there, I don't know how much room you got.
This will be fine.
Oh, okay.
So this actually come out. Actually, I want to get me one of these. So.
Yeah. Because with that being said, what I can do is just pull, add to this cable and get this mic over there for your guitar.
You got a quarter-inch plug? Like I could plug straight into UPA if you
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you got a
yeah, I got an acoustic. I got an acoustic. So I don't think I have a cord with me.
Another cable. I'll go grab. We'll go to a break again. I think I even brought it down.
Yeah, actually, the newer stuff I got coming out, is a lot different than what I got going on.
Oh, that'd be good. You know, Kid Rock did it. That's what I try to tell people. All right, everybody, we's back.
Put her back.
Change the camera around. He's gonna play. We're gonna take another commercial here in a few minutes, and we'll do some more playing. But without me talking too much and over talking you, let's hear it. Kind of where you started. What made you? We know what you were listening to. What went ahead and told you? What gut feeling? What took place in your life to say this is what I want to do? And then where do you think you are, or do you feel you're where you want to be? You content where you are?
No,
and where do you
really.
plan on being?
Not really. I gotta, my music's transitioning each and every song. It's amazing. I gotta, don't get me wrong. I love the whole country rap thing. You know, it's got a good feel. It's got a good flow. You know, it's everybody having a good time, bonfires, but I feel like there's already enough people out there talking about trucks and
yeah, remember that video we played where there was a video where somebody took a recording studio recorder, meaning all digital, and took a few seconds out of like all the top country songs right now.
Yeah.
And it was so funny that when they played it back, that every song with the truck and drinking and fishing and everything, there's like 30 different artists, and it blended and made one song, and you really don't tell the difference.
You know, there's another one out there. They took like 6 of the top country songs today, and the Jason Aldean, the Luke Bryan's, and stuff like that, and everything's like almost identical. The tempo's the same, you know, the whole progression's the same.
That's just crazy.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, now some of the songs sound good today. I'm not real big on new country. You know, I mean, that's like when people mention Luke Bryan, I say, who? I never heard of her, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know
it's like bubblegum rock, as they used to call it.
Right.
It's the tradition.
And that's all it is, man. That's all it is.
It sells tickets.
That's right. That's right. It gets teenage girl attention.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean,
and it gives a 30-year-old mom somewhere to go with her 15-year-old daughter.
But you know, and that's like, but you're wondering, like, when you're listening to this music, did the same person wrote every one of these songs?
Yes.
Seems like it. You know, I mean,
they all drank from the same water fountain.
That's
apparently.
right. That's right. But I mean, you can tell these folks aren't songwriters, really. You know, but no, I'm definitely not content. I love what's going on. I love the movement. I tell you what I'm really enjoying more is the attention that I'm getting from the younger generation, the kids, you know, not necessarily the teenagers, but the kids anywhere from 5 to 12. You know, it's amazing at the way they look at me. I finally look like a substantial figure.
Yeah.
For the new generation, and that makes me feel real good, and that's the direction I want to go. I mean, I've got this thing to where, you know, I love to help out now. Anything like any benefit, especially cancer wise. You know, if I can help out in any way, I'm for that. I lost my father a year ago to cancer, so that's really what the drive is now. That's pushing me is I know he's proud of what I'm doing. He's happy with what I got going on. And but yeah, I got this one little fan. She's probably about 4 years old. They call her Ludi. And she's actually got her own little Facebook page called Ludi's Laugh. You can go check her out.
That's kind of cool.
She's pretty funny, you know, and but she will not go to bed until she hears
That's cool.
Appalachia Dawn.
That's cool.
And that makes me feel so good. There's little videos of her. Her mama put videos, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. So, but it makes me feel super
Just
good.
do it.
Yeah.
You know, and last year I did a lot of my typing and sort of kind of preaching. And this year I've been so busy that I don't feel it. Like, it's still in me, but I don't feel it. And it's funny that my time hop pops up, and then I get to read what I wrote last year, and then it puts what I need back in me and makes me feel good. So it's cool that my own words, and I never know what I'm going to type till I just start typing. So it's really cool that I see all this that came out of me last year, and then it makes me feel good.
That's right.
But I love the fact that no matter what my haters do, I love the fact that something I've done, whether it be today, yesterday, or tomorrow, has changed somebody's life
That's right.
somehow.
That's right.
Doesn't matter how,
Definitely.
but somehow.
And
You know, I tried telling a friend of mine, let's word it this way. I tried to tell a friend of mine, discussing their boyfriend, and the words was he's going to try to do better because he knows I want better and I expect better. And I said, he should be doing better for himself, not because it's going to make you happy.
That's right.
Not because you expect better, but first and foremost, he should be trying to be better for himself, to better himself, to be better, to act better, to have better. And then if you're happy for him for doing that, terrific. But he should be doing something for himself.
That's right.
Without trying to please the next person.
That's right.
And I catch myself, you know, saying these things, and there's always been this joke that I was going to be a TV evangelist by the time I turned 50. And last year I was doing pretty good. So we'll see what happens in, you know, 6 more years. But
it's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that because, you know, I mean, I've been a knucklehead for many years. You know, I got involved into a lifestyle that, you know, my family didn't put into me, you know, and I ended up going to do a little chain gang time.
Right.
And it took me 3 times to get it right. But when I finally got it right is when I was sitting on my bunk one night. I'm about 2.5 years in I'm getting close to the end of my bid. And I realized then that, you know what, man, I gotta want better for myself. It don't matter. People tell me you need to get right for your kids, or you need to get right for your family. If you can't get right for yourself, then you can't do your family a bit of good. And that's what really kicked it. That's when I started growing up.
Right.
That's when I started becoming what a man should be.
That's right.
And that's why I say it's funny that you mentioned that, because that's kind of that's kind of the turning point in my life.
Well, I've been saying this, and I made a little picture last night, and then I shot it all over Instagram. And it was funny because I saw it's not funny per se, but I saw Mike Brown share it. But I made 2 of them. That way, people know I made it. You know what I'm saying, and not copied it. But I believe I should always aim to be better today than I was yesterday. Start holding yourself to a higher standard in life. And I truly have been saying over the last year that when everybody kept saying, man, you're better than you used to be, you know, you're a better guy, you're this, that, and then I'm like, you know what? I always try to make sure I'm better today than I was yesterday. I always want to be that way. But at the same time, it's not to please anybody but myself. I decided last year that I'm holding, not do I hold you to a higher standard. I expect better out of you. Hell, I expect better out of me.
That's right.
So I started saying I hold myself to a higher standard now. And if you acknowledge it and you want to be better, that's on you.
That's right.
And if you expect better out of me, then terrific. But I hold myself to a higher standard now. I don't want to be that guy that I used to be. So it's really cool that you and I both have been, you know, I was lucky enough that I always had this gut feeling that always said, it's time to go home. And every time my gut feeling said it's time to go home, I would then wake up the next morning and hear about, you know, my buddy Jeff Pickens is locked up again. And I had just been with him at 9 o'clock the night before.
Yeah.
Or I had just found out another dude had been locked up. And I'm like, my gut feeling said, Scotty, it's time to go to the house.
That's right.
Get away.
And you should always follow that gut.
And some people don't. And then
That's
unfortunately,
right. Most people don't.
That's right.
Most people don't.
So you ended up serving, you know, and
Right.
I was lucky enough. My gut told me to stop while the getting was good. But it's cool. You see it.
Yeah. It was actually an experience that I needed. You know what I'm saying? I needed it. It was, if I could go back and do anything different, I probably wouldn't because
it changed who you are.
Right. It made me a better
and
person.
Your testimony is based on what you've lived, what you know.
That's right. And that's why a lot of I think that's the reason for a lot of the attention that I'm getting is because they know that I have been through what I've been through.
Right.
I'm living how I'm saying I'm living. You know, I mean, it's hard for me to write about other things. I mean, I'm not saying I can't. I'm not saying I couldn't write a song about your radio show, but I can definitely write a song about my drive up here. You know
because you're basing your writing on 100% real experiences in real life.
No doubt.
And that's what makes good music wholesome, and not wholesome in a family value sort of way, wholesome meaning worth as a whole. It's very good because it does. You can feel it. You live it. You know it.
Yeah, we were talking about you mentioned Josh Seabolt earlier. That is a good dude. That dude has opened up a lot of doors for Appalachia Don, and he's a little knucklehead, but I like that about him.
See, I didn't even know he did stuff. He said that he used to do music.
Yeah,
and I didn't know that.
Actually, he got on stage with me for Saturday night at Fusions, and kind of hyped up a little bit. Kind of hyped me up, and it was a good experience for him as well as me. I could tell he was enjoying himself. Right. But he's really opened a lot of doors for me. We did a benefit show down in Blackshear, Georgia, on the 21st. Well, actually, it was the 20th to the 22nd. But I didn't get down there to the 21st. But it was a large turnout. It was huge. It was so many people there. It was so many trucks, and
I missed out too, dude. I was ill.
Yeah, I was trying to get you on board too,
dude.
Man.
Well, the night before, I called the wife on the phone, and she was in the other room, and I'm like leaving her a message, going, "Listen, this is where I need to be tomorrow."
That's right.
And she didn't even get the voicemail till later, and I was outside, and then the next morning she was at work, and I'm like, "Look, I'm trying to finagle how I'm fixing to get to South Georgia."
That's right.
And my cards just didn't go right. But I'd already called Josh Seabolt. He said, "Dude, your name's on the list. If you make it, you make it."
That's right. Yeah, he put that whole thing together. It was tremendous, man. It was pretty good turnout. But what I'm getting at is when I got down there, it took forever for us to get down there too. It was so many. The GPS went. I don't know.
Don't you love that?
Yeah,
turn left.
We're going to a off-road park down in Blackshear, and all of a sudden, my GPS, I guess, thinks that we're going to take the off-road route because it looks like we're riding in the grass.
We did that the other day.
Yes, I'm like,
we went into Buckhead, Georgia, and I'm not gonna lie. Think Dukes of Hazzards.
Yeah.
Think Dukes of Hazzards. So it says take a left. I took a left. It says at the stop sign, take a right. Take a right. Then it says next stop sign, go straight. The next stop sign was a T in the road. Yeah. The road goes left to right. The railroad track goes left to right, and there's a huge dirt mound that generally could have jumped the railroad tracks. I'm like,
incredible.
Well, if we was in the General Lee, we could get there. And we literally was looking at the building across the railroad tracks from us, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna turn, go down here and cross at the railroad crossing.
Right.
But if we was the Dukes of Hazzards, we'd be there.
Yeah.
But the GPS seemed to think we were there.
Yeah.
But we finally make it to Blackshear. We left out at 7:30 that morning. We didn't make it to Blackshear till about 1:30, and it's only a 4.5 hour drive down there,
Right.
But of course we stop and eat and bathroom breaks. I got my teenage kids with me. Of course they want to stop every 45 minutes.
Fireworks.
But
I remember that as a kid.
But we finally get down there, and it's I'm looking at all the I don't see the stage yet. So I'm like, I can hear the music, but I don't see a stage at all. What happened is the stage is behind the campsites and stuff on down in the field. Mm-hmm. So we finally, we make it down to the stage, and as soon as I get out, people are looking at me, and I'm thinking that they like these folks are mugging,
They're like, well, this dude's in the wrong place.
But it's already. My name has got so spread out in the state of Georgia that these folks is like, hey, that's Appalachia Don. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, man, they looking at me like, hey, man, let's go get that dude.
That's right. And you're thinking, I ain't got no gold hanging out, dude.
Where's Josh at, man? I got to get some protection. But,
he's sitting here in South Georgia going, I feel like I'm at Stonecrest.
But
that's not a jab, dude. I tuck my necklace in every time I'm at Stonecrest, and I got a Glock.
So
you gotta say that, and I gotta go out there by myself today.
Well, you're short, and nobody gonna mess with you. Look at you. Do you look like you're toting some gold besides maybe a toothful? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you got cute zirconia around the rims of your shades, so I mean that might get a little.
They might try to take your glasses and make a new earring.
I'm bling blinging.
That's right. But yeah, so finally I realized that, okay, these folks they know who I am. And so immediately folks is walking up. Hey man, what's your name? I said, I don't know what to say. They call me Big Donnie, but I'm like, they call me Appalachia Don.
Right.
And they're like, that's who I thought it was, man. So they shaking me and hugging me and dapping me up and stuff. And it feels really good. I'm like,
right.
so, hey, this is amazing, man. This is amazing. But the more I walk around, the more people smile. Hey, Appalachian Don.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
man? Da, 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 da. So it was a pretty good experience. Really, really good experience for me. I get down there and
Hey, before you go too far, I was going to stay on that part for a second. My wife has been on me for years and really hard and heavy the last 6 months, because when I get to an event or when I'm out doing something, I'm that one track mind. I'm focused on doing what I'm doing. And my wife has tried to convince me that all these people that are eyeballing you know who you are,
right.
and you need to speak.
That's right.
Mhm.
And I will eyeball somebody and know I know them, but can't remember exactly their name, but they know exactly who I am from an event.
That's right.
And my wife has been on me this year to say, when you see these people, speak.
That's right.
Don't walk past them. Speak.
Because then you seem like you're,
Because
stuck up.
I'm actually what he was feeling. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
People are eyeballing me, and I'm thinking, is this a hater? Is this somebody that don't like me? Does this person even know me? Do I got, ice cream on my beard? And my wife's like, dude, you need to take a second to these people eyeballing you. So
Yeah.
what you're feeling, I still feel, and I've been
Yeah.
doing it for years, and I still feel it.
And they looking at us like we're icons.
Yeah.
You know,
And I don't see myself as nothing.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm very humble about it. I'm very thankful.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm very thankful. And I mean, I know there is some buzz being generated around my name, but I don't look at it like that because I'm just a common man.
Well,
you
as
know?
quick as you get it, the quick as you can lose it.
That's right.
I've heard two people on my show that I've been doing and working my butt off. I've heard people say that they're a celebrity
I've heard
and they should be given a free pass to do something. And 8 months ago, maybe, about 8 months ago, I heard that, and I'm like, look, no. And then a couple years ago, I heard it too. But I used the example, and I was telling Craig this the other day. And this is going to sound rude for me to say it this way, but it's like, if anybody thinks they should get any status or free stuff, or anybody that wants to walk around like that, you would think it would be me.
That's right.
You wouldn't think it would be them. So they really get pissed when they hear me say but I'm like, dude, I've done all this, and y'all are walking up and you're expecting to get free, and I don't even get free.
That's
So
right.
like on your
I mean, I get
coattails.
free infusions, but it's because I promote all this
That's
all
right.
this stuff, and
right.
he's technically my cousin now. I mean,
Right.
I'm trying to get used to that, to say Mike
Yeah.
Brown's my cousin, but
Well, that's man. You know, I love
know?
Kid Rock to death, but I don't know him nothing.
I don't know him nothing.
So that's right. I mean, I love him to death, and I'll be at his show in July. But like
yeah,
I
make
said,
sure you come see us. We'll be there with the
I
bus
definitely
again.
will.
Yeah, we'll be there.
But like I said, I don't.
Yeah, keep going with your story. I didn't mean to
Sorry.
change it. I was just saying that part about the meeting people,
Yeah.
because I've been living that, and I need to stop feeling intimidated, and sometimes I don't feel worthy. Like
Right.
I'm
Mhm.
very lucky to be where I'm at, and I'm very lucky that all the stuff I've done has paid me back the way it's paid me back.
Yeah.
But I still feel no better than I did the day I started. So when people, hey, it's Scotty, I feel very privileged that they know who
That's
I am.
right. But yeah, we got down to we got down there to Blackshear, and I'm meeting up everybody, and it's the benefits for a little girl named McKinley Morris. She's battling leukemia right now. I think there's good results right now at this moment. I don't think there's any leukemia showing, but I'm not sure. I hadn't got the latest update. But actually, she's holding up one of the T-shirts over here.
Yeah.
She's got her own website. It's called McKinleyRain.com. You can go there and donate money or whatnot. If if you can't donate, just share the site. Somebody else might see it and might be able to donate. But she's a warrior. She's 13 years old. She is a warrior. She is fighting. But I'm finally realizing at Blackshear that it's all turning into like a familyhood. Everybody's just it's so much love. You can feel so much
Yes.
love. It's like 1,000 people there, and they're there for one reason and one reason only, to show that little girl that people care in this world. And that's why I try to get you on board, because I've noticed what you guys been doing. You any way you can help, you help.
Well, and that's what we just kept
Yeah.
started sharing it and anything else. And I try to do that. I figure, dude, I am super blessed to have what I have.
Amen.
You know, and my mother, and it's not, I don't mean this to criticize my mother, but when I first was doing what I was doing, I was hustling at the bars, and every Saturday with hardly any sleep, I'm doing a charity work. And my mother's like, look, you've got, and mind you, I was losing my house, and my mother was helping me keep my house. And my mother says, you've got to quit just giving yourself away. And I said, but Mom, if I'm not doing something on a Saturday, why am I not helping somebody who's fighting to live another day?
That's right.
Like, I know I worked last night and I got paid good money last night, but if all I'm going to do is sit in a hotel all day and rest to go back to work Saturday night, and I got this PA system, why am I not helping? So, you know, I gave away, and I give my time and pass out 100 cards and get exposure. So it's still a win for me.
That's
And
right.
how I pay back God's my own business, you
That's
know?
right. No doubt. But you know, like I went on probably about 3 o'clock that. Well, I was supposed to went on at 3. I think I ended up going on about 4:15. You know, nothing ever really goes as planned. But I ended up going on about 4:15, and I gained a nice little following that day. A lot of folks are really digging the, you know, especially the acoustic show. And then, you know, they think I'm done. And next thing you know, I'm stepping back on stage with a microphone in my hand.
Right.
And people's like, this dude was just playing the guitar. So now he's up here rapping.
Right.
Well, you know, that's kind of part of my show. I think
And that's what I thought at Fusions too, because I watched you go one style and then go another style.
yeah. But it piqued your attention.
Yeah.
You know,
But it keeps it interesting.
That's right. And
the thing you need to learn, and not that I'm trying to say it like I'm schooling you, but the thing I've learned is you only have people's attention span from 8 to 30 seconds.
that's right.
And people can argue that all day long.
That's right.
But if I don't capture your attention in the first 8, I'll never keep it for 30.
That's right.
You only have a few seconds to grab that attention.
That's right.
And as long as you keep it fresh and moving, you keep their attention.
But I was walking around. It done started getting dark, and well, getting later. It's almost dark. I'm walking around, and I hear somebody say, "Hey, big guy," and you know, I'm looking around. These 50 big guys.
That's
you know,
right.
that's a lot of big guys. You know,
There's a lot of big burly guys. I saw
So
the
I'm
pictures.
looking
That
around.
place was that was a cool shot.
So everybody's like, "Yeah, you, the guy, the big guy with the red beard." So I automatically
You
knew
got
then.
to, yeah.
So I walked over. He said, "What's your name?" I said, Appalachia Don. He said, "That's who I thought you was." So he starts hugging me and high fiving me. He said, "Dude, it's an honor to meet you." It's and I didn't know at the time. I didn't know who it was. I had heard the name 3 and 20 before. I don't know if you've heard of that group.
Nuh-uh.
I'd heard the name before, but I never really heard none of the music. So this dude's praising me, and I'm like, "Cool, man." He said, "We finna go on, come check our show out, man. You might enjoy it." Man, when them guys got on stage and started playing, as soon as they started playing, I look at my wife and she looked back, and we both got this big Cheshire cat grin. I mean, it's huge.
Right.
These guys are amazing. I'm like, this. I would pay to go see this show.
That would be cool.
And I'm trying to get Mike to book them, but I mean, I know Mike's always got a lot going on, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get them down here. They want to come down and do a show with me. That'd be great.
And where are they located?
Well, actually, 2 of the members live in South Carolina, and 3 of the members live in South Carolina, and 2 of the members live in Athens, Georgia.
Okay.
So,
So if 2 is in Athens, the other ones are just right around the Hartwell area. Then
That's
they're
right.
staying that close.
yeah, definitely. And it's really it's a good show. It's a real good show. It was a blessing. He gave me a CD, and for the first month, well, it ain't been quite a month yet, but for the first 3 weeks, the only time the CD left the CD player was to go from one car to the other.
Right.
I mean, my wife, my kids, everybody, they're enjoying this. So if you get a chance, check them out. 3 and 20, man. They really good group. 3 and 20. Yep. The number 3 and then 20 is spelled out. But yeah, I'm trying to get them down here. I think it'd be a good show. Appalachia Don and 3 and 20 at Fusions. I think
That
that'd
would
be
be
a
kinda
dynamite
hot.
show, because they help sell the Georgia Theater out, so they definitely got a
That's-
following.
yeah, that's good.
But enough about them. We're not here for them.
Hey, I want to talk to you real quick without losing you, but because I know if I don't talk about it, I'll forget. So you were talking about writing. So how about this? Just because I'm vibing right now. You said you could write about your ride here.
Yeah.
Well, coming from your past, and I know my past, and I know I'm all about positive, and I know you're vibing that, not just my part, but your part.
That's right.
That you should, and it's not you should, just a thought. Write something one day. Just keep it in the back of your mind. Maybe get to picking on it. About not necessarily too much of the thug where you were, but discuss not where you were, but by using the words where I was is what's led me to where I am.
Right.
And talk about the fact that the positive things you've seen, not just what you've seen, but also seen with me that's even shed light on what you should do. But you could actually put something together, which would be kind of cool, about the you and I trying to change the world.
That's right.
But and that's not me just trying to get me written in a song. I just think that would be a good thing, because you got me who started out with a dream to do this as a kid, and then I changed my perspective of life and went a different route, just like you. You started playing the guitar, but then you went a different direction.
That's right.
And it sure is funny that you're almost like a chess game. You're put back into the game. You're put back into this play that you just didn't even remember. Like, I had all my DJ gear when I was 19. I bought a crotch rocket. Who knew that hot, slutty girls like guys on motorcycles? And I sold all my DJ equipment for motorcycle gear.
Yeah.
And now look where I am. I mean, the other day we were discussing 5 years ago, and it's amazing. 7 years ago where I was. 7 years ago, the construction world died. The DJ took off. 5 years ago where I was, and now where I'm sitting. I mean, when I left Southside Steve's, I was at the worst possible place in my life. Drinking, 5-hour energy shots, not sleeping, slutty women, living full-fledged the DJ club life. And I quit, stopped everything I was doing it right now 5 years ago, this time frame 5 years ago. And then the next several months, I was trying to get my life back together. Like, I was suicidal in a hotel room. And I mean, I almost hung myself.
Wow.
And I'm going to try not to cry to say this, but I literally had a belt hanging from where you hang your clothes and was about to hang myself at 4:30 in the morning.
Wow.
And it took from this time then to August, September to try to get my head back and get my brain back into the world. And then by Christmas, I was starting to just see life differently. You know, I was approaching my birthday, which is Christmas Eve. I'm wanting more for myself. And then I met Crystal. I did the first thing at Fusions. Then a lifestyle changed, but yet still similar, but not destructive, but still
Right.
living crazy and feeding the crazy DJ ego. And then I just woke up one morning and said, dude, I want better. I mean, you know, and when you look, and I know my story's getting drawn out, but when you look to where I was 5 years ago, I have accomplished so much in 5 years.
And that's noticeable.
5 years from now, Bubba, we're going to take over the world.
Yeah. And keep in mind, that's around 2011 is when I met you, you know? So, I mean, we're close to this,
That's
the
right.
same time
The
frame.
same
We're in
frame's
the
happening.
same time frame.
Mhm.
And I've seen you grow so much.
Yep.
I've seen it with my own eyes, you know, and it's always been respectful to watch.
Right.
You
And
know?
I'm glad you see it. And then a lot of people see it. And truthfully, that's where we were discussing earlier that, you know, a lot of people really can see past the show.
Yeah, you could tell, like when I first met you, you could tell that you were still kind of in that rebellious stage.
Oh, yeah.
And that
I was still a
crazy
little cocky.
rebel ways a little bit. And I mean, of course, you're always going to have them, you know, I mean, we're from the South, right?
That's right.
So, you know, you can tell that you still had, at the time, you still had that kind of, you know what, man, I'll crack your skull or whatnot, you know, and in the same sense, watching you grow away from that person that you wasn't. Not who you were, but who you wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yes.
And I think that'd be a pretty cool song title.
I
The
do
Man I
too.
Wasn't, you know?
Well, and I'll show you a clip, a video before you leave, if Steph will remind me, that Charles Stanley, who's a preacher, brought, and if you feel it, like when you see it, if you feel it like I did, I was watching TV one Sunday morning playing on my iPad, Charles Stanley come up and is discussing drinking and hiding from who you really are. You're trying to drink and suppress who you really
That's
are.
right.
In front of people, you're trying to suppress who you really are, and you're trying to be the person that people like you believe people want you to be, and quit running, quit hiding, and stop trying to drink away who you really are and just be who you are.
That's right.
And man, I even snapped it with my phone and videoed it with my phone and shot it across Facebook. And that was a little more than a year ago. And that right there was like, boom, how you like me now? You're getting DJ Scotty honest.
Okay.
Honest. Would 3 years ago, would I told anybody that I sat in a hotel room, you know, drunk, sleepy, a belt? Would I have admitted I was trying to hang myself? I would have never, ever made myself look pitiful in front of somebody. But you know what? You have had a bad moment. Stephanie, you've had a bad moment. Ravens Renovations had a bad moment. Joey the Voice has had a bad moment. Every single person's had a bad moment. But the thing is, it's getting better, baby.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
You got to hit bottom before you can see the top.
It's kind of like the anthem, isn't it?
It
Getting
is.
better. That's the anthem.
I feel that I was living the rock star life in this bar. I was having liquor thrown at me. I was having cash money thrown at me. I was having slutty women thrown at me. I was living Sodom and Gomorrah. I was living a life that was just everything being handed to me. And I believe that I had to see that it's all fixing to be taken away. I believe I had to see the value of life. And that night I found the value of life. And then boom, here I am, you know? So, you know, I think for us to be able to tell people how bad life is, you better be able to live it one time and then tell it.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
And I respect you because you were just discussing it, you know? And I know I went on my little spiel, but you know, I feel you. I see it in your eyes
Yeah.
that you know it. And
That's right.
and that's what's real cool is I'm not just talking and you don't know it. I know you know it. So that
Right.
makes a difference. And then my friends, I'm getting text messages from people right now, you know?
Yeah. Jacob's wanting to know when he's going to play.
Yeah. And we're going to be setting it up because I know we're rambling. And how about this? Joey the Voice, we're doing a show at night that's more Southern rock music. It's not so much talk radio, but it's more as we named it, it's more rough edge. It's more headbangers ball, you know, let's talk, let's really talk music. Let's you know, it doesn't have to stay quite so PG-13. Let's just be brutally honest. Let's tell real stories of music and all that stuff. But it's called it's called The Rough Edge with Joey the Voice. And he wants to definitely welcome you to sit in on that show anytime you want to. Let me catch this real quick. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Well, hello.
Crystal called me and said that you guys are doing some kind of cancer benefit or something for a teenager or something.
Yeah, that's what Dawn was just talking about.
All right. I think I seen that when I had a few minutes earlier that they did a live thing called Highway River or something like that. Was that what you guys? Is that what you guys are referring to?
Yeah, that's one of my songs. That's actually one of the new songs that I'm currently working on to put out there. It's called Highway River.
Awesome. I tell you what, get with Scott. I know you don't know me from Adam, but you know.
Well, I don't know
I
Adam either.
Yeah, I'll fill him in when we get off the show.
I do know a few people, and a lot of them are out pulling their schedules right now. But if you want to put together something, some large or extra large or something like that, shirts, get them to Scott. Send me a few of them, and I'll put them on some recognized names when they're doing their little festival shows.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Appreciate
sounds
it.
good, man. That's
Appreciate it.
awesome.
Yeah, let me know. I haven't seen for sure yet. I'm out in my studio right now. I called Z this morning and told her about your show and stuff, and they've been asking about when they were going to do this or when they were going to be doing that. So either Zora or Jimmy Van Zant probably listen to your show today sometime. But anyway, I got to run.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right, brother.
All right, thanks, Craig. And let me tell you, Craig's super great dude, and he's learning patience with me because he's used to running all these big companies and doing all the things he's done. And he's like, man, your time management. And I said, my problem is my time management. I can set a path out and say, this is what I'm doing today. And it's like playing dodgeball. I have all these curveballs thrown at me, and I just learn to adapt and deal with. So I tell people all the time, I'm very good at getting by.
With a little help from my friends.
Yes. All right, look, let's take a commercial break real quick. I'm gonna play one song. I may put up a second song because I'm gonna get the microphone pulled over here and let's get him set up as well. So everybody hang tight. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Bye. Later. I shouldn't say bye.
I've never even heard of that song that Travis is asking for.
What, who you talking about? Highway River?
Oh, no. My husband, Travis,
Oh,
was asking if Scotty could play Working by Big Smoke. I've never heard it.
All right. Well, I gotta go try to find another chord.
Okay. I'm going to play this 3 and 20.
pull this guitar out and tune it up. You gonna play this what? 3 and 20? That's it right there, too.
Salty beer. Well, this whiskey river won't take my mind far enough from here. I need Merle to sing me back home.
They sound good.
They are incredible.
Cause I'm a walking,
They are
talking jukebox.
From the time they start to the time they finish.
Country boss.
I forgot my microphone's like right there. If YouTube picks up on it, it'll flag it. Even though it's on YouTube.
Are you playing this on the radio station? Or are you just listening?
I'm listening on my laptop. But if my microphone picks it up and it goes across the R feed, YouTube will flag it.
It might sound like a broken record.
I'm have to try to get into the station.
Very diverse group.
We've all had a moment. I'm fixing to show you what made me. She almost broke me and she almost.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, this is Ashley. This is my daughter.
Hey,
This is the
beautiful.
baby. She'll be 21 on the 29th.
21. Awesome.
Yeah, that's her birthday. They said we would never, ever see.
But they must have told God that too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. When she was a week old, they said she wasn't gonna make it through the night. She had 5 tests in 9 hours. And here she is, fixing to be 21. We had a time with her. I'm getting hungry.
I can feel them calling my name. some way the outlaw play. That's how I got my name. Probably about to set up.
Yeah, and I found out we have a lot of friends in common that I had no idea knew you. Donna Camp.
Yeah. Kayla and them?
Yeah. And Donna's dating my neighbor.
Really?
Yeah, so that's how I met her. And then I don't
Yeah.
know how you know him, but David Clotfelter.
I seen his name. I don't know him. I don't think. We're friends. But I mean,
See if that mic will pull over some, because I want to be able to get you singing, but I want to make sure that the camera's facing you as well. But I don't want to mess up you as far as being able to play. So open it up there. And then in a second, I'll get everything.
so was the live show okay? I'm talking about Effusions. Was my live show okay?
Oh yeah, I was really impressed because I guess because of hearing the song that he plays on the station, I was expecting this whole band, and there it was, just you and a guitar.
Well, it started off with me and the Marshalls. I need to plug that too. We got
Here, strum one time. Get that new board, dude. They got this new board out. Big awesome.
That's the Highway River song.
If you hear it pretty good too. That's
Well, I mean, I can't really hear it through the microphone that much, but I can definitely hear it.
Run your fingers across the bottom side of that mic. That one right there. I don't hear it at all.
I didn't hear that, but I heard him when he was strumming.
Yeah, but it's real low.
Yeah.
Check the mic. Yeah, this thing.
Oh, I see what
This thing's hot right here.
Try it now. Hear it better now?
I can.
You can hear it? That's good. Like strum on it? Yeah, something. I never mute that. Everybody else.
Ooh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Halo.
My mama tried to steer me right, but my daddy was a rambling man. Took a northbound train to Georgia, and it ain't coming back.
And that means it's unplugged on this end too.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing about having, you're trying to do 10 different things, you know. And then once it gets going, I can tune it better. But I just want to make sure that we got some good sound.
It's pretty good mic.
Cool. Oh yeah, what's funny is these are EV mics. The funny is on the EV spectrum, there's 3 sets of mics that are broadcast mics. These are the 320s that cost-wise make you believe that they're number 3 on the quality. But what I've read is these have a switch on them as well, so you can use them for bass kick drums.
Okay.
But they're saying for overall and best vocals, this is the better mic. So this being a $400 mic versus the $1,200 mic, I'm like, how is it that the $400 mic has better reviews than the $1,200 mic? But yet, when you watch anything to do with broadcasting, you see everybody on that expensive one, and I'm like,
that the gold one?
yeah, well, the gold one's even the gold one.
Oh,
Yeah, if you watch Dish Nation, boy, they'll you see a gold one. I would love to have a gold one. You know, I'm all into my gold again. Everybody went through
Yeah.
silver for a minute, but I'm back into gold. But
yeah, I'd like that.
I would like to get a gold one, but
Newt,
I don't want to spend the money.
neat.
But next will be to try to get Steph on a mic. But the problem is by the time you buy this particular arm, because I have to spend, you're looking at about $700, $800 to do this, where that's a $59 stand, and then I put that mic on it. Now you're up around that $450 mark, and you can't do that times 3, unfortunately. All right, everybody, we's back. Anybody's been watching video, man, thanks for hanging in. We've been running around. We've got 2 different sets of boards because I have to hook up so the bands to play at that side, and we're getting there. Another $1,000 though, I'll have the board I want that I can run off a touchscreen. But guess what? It's another $1,000.
If you hadn't bought the motorcycle.
Hey, I can ride the motorcycle. I know.
just
I can make
playing.
money off the others.
That's right.
So, all right, everybody. We have Appalachian Dawn.
He did it again.
Appalachian. See, I had to get my mind stuck on it. Well, you know, as a kid, I hiked the Appalachians, not Appalachie.
Yeah, but see the thing.
I got to remember it, Appalachian Dawn.
Here's the thing about it is I kind of know you. You know what I'm saying? I kind of know who you are. So it's almost like you would do something like that on purpose anyway.
Well,
you know
I
what
would.
I'm saying?
Well, what's funny is once it is programmed in my brain to correctly say it, I will do it on purpose just because you'll be expecting
That's
me
right.
to goof up then. So, anyways, Appalachian Dawn
Appalachian Dawn.
is fixing to crank it off, and I don't want to sound disrespectful. Thank God he knows me, and he knows I'm not trying to disrespect him.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to Big Donnie, but you know I can't call you that anymore. I have to go with the transformation. So what you got going for us? And not only is this recording on YouTube, it's also going to be where I'll have a live version that will be played back. I'll have to go through and edit it, of course. But the show records live every morning. So what I'll do is have a live version of this to then play throughout the week.
Sounds good to me. It's called Highway River. It's actually, you know, my daddy passed. Like I said, my daddy passed away about a year ago, and during the time he's been gone, through me, he wrote this song. So
Awesome. I'm gonna mute me and Steph. So you just start whenever you're ready, sir.
called Highway River. Hope y'all like it. Did you mute? Check.
You muted the
Okay,
phone.
it's all good. Hank showed me a lost highway. Willie loved the nightlife. Waylon Jennings was just a good old boy. And old Merle sang me back home before I died. And Johnny Cash was the man in black. Yeah, sure knew how to walk the line. No Show Jones, the possum man, his pappy brewed moonshine. I recall McCall, the rubber duck, and Paycheck told the boss where he could take that job. And Ronnie Van was a simple man and loved music from the swamp. Yeah, to Conway it was only make-believe for a poor Mississippi man. And they never met a gal that was woman enough to take two from Loretta Land. and I might float down Whiskey River. And I probably got some wild things growing around my shack. My mama tried to steer me right, but my daddy was a rambling man. Took a northbound train from Georgia and he ain't coming back. All I need is a song to carry me back home, ooh, yeah. Well, I'm wanting the same like a few of them names. I got this music Jones deep in my veins, and I can even turn a head or two when I bend these guitar strings, and I can even sing a little Hank and a honky tonk. Man, I love a good country jam, a good old tune filled with backbone, so I can preach about who I am. My mama was a Southern belle, my daddy was a rebel yell, deep in the hardwood deep from the state of the peach, and drank water from that wishing well. And when my time is come and I'm dead and gone, man, I hope I can get old Jones and a couple of them folks with my daddy too, yeah, to sing me a few of them songs. And I might float down Whiskey River, and I probably got some wild things growing around my shack. My mama tried to steer me right, but my daddy was a traveling man. Took the northbound train from Georgia and he ain't coming back. And I might float down Whiskey River, and I probably got some wild things growing around my shack. My mama tried to steer me right, but my daddy was a traveling man. Took a northbound train from Georgia and he ain't coming back.
All right, man. That right there, that's good stuff.
That was awesome.
That's real good.
I appreciate it.
I like that.
Chills.
You got another one? If you feel like it, I don't want to pressure you.
I got some things that I'm working on. Yeah.
He's debating.
Just a little something. Just a even if it's just a tease and a taste of what you got.
Yeah, I can give you a taste of something. Give you a taste of something.
Taste a little something.
This song right here, I'm just really gonna give you a piece of it because you know I'm still in the production of the song, but this song is called "How I Got My Name." Off in that river, I can feel them calling my name. A 6-string song from long ago, and I can still hear them sing. Barefoot in that holler, the smell of a southern rain takes me back to them scuffling vines, and I can hear Granddaddy sing. Boy, don't you go near my bushes there, better leave my grapes alone. And don't go snooping around the barn or in places you don't belong. And don't go talking to Grandma, boy, or I'ma skin you to the bone. That's just some of the ways an old outlaw played. And that's how I got my name.
That right there was pretty cool. That was good stuff. And I would love to hear the end of that.
Yeah, it's coming.
And then me just messing with you about writing that song, I could just I could just see that. I can just see it. I mean, not that I look, everybody would love to have a song written about them. Don't get me wrong. But I do see it as a cool story. I see it a story kind of like the rag the riches that, you know, and it has nothing to do with money. It has it has to do with being successful within yourself.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? So that's cool.
I actually do have one more I can do if you guys.
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
got
we got a
time.
couple seconds. Yeah, man. We were joking yesterday about now that we start early, should we end the show early? But it's like, but when we have guests, we usually drag on till about 11,
Yeah.
and people love it. So it's
Yeah.
like, hey, it's all just for fun, man.
It's a
Just keep it
win-win,
going.
man. It's a win-win.
That's right.
This is a song I wrote. Actually, I wrote it. I didn't really write it about the little girl that with the leukemia, but what's kind of strange is, her daddy owns a clothing line, merchandising line called Hick Life. I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm
see,
sure.
I didn't know the
Yeah,
connection.
that's
There
her
we
dad.
go.
That's her dad.
I would have never known.
His name is Sean Morris. And that's a trooper right there, man, to
Man.
watch your daughter go through this.
Yeah.
And, she's been in the hospital for over 100 days now.
Good Lord.
So, it's hard. But, during my whole walk, during my whole music transition.
Now, has she been sick before?
She has been sick before.
This makes sense because Michael Knight, when he was here, something along the lines got said similar to that. And that shows you how many years ago.
That's right.
I did not know.
She first got sick, I think, in August of don't quote this, but August 2013, I believe, is when she was first diagnosed.
Man.
And they got it, they kind of pushed it away.
Right.
Got it wasn't showing up or nothing. And then last year, about mid last year, it just came on again, I think.
Again.
No, towards the end of last
Right.
year, I think. It just kind of came on again, and it came on rapidly.
Man.
And
now this is all see, and because I live so fast and watch pieces, I didn't know the whole story. And now it's like, holy cow, all this comes to light because now I remember hearing about this then and just not getting all the facts,
Right.
Wow. I would have never known that was his daughter. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
But
Yeah.
I wrote this song and it kind of fits his whole situation, his whole way of living, his whole lifestyle, and it just kind of how it kind of all came together. And this is another production I've got with the Marshall brothers, with Trevor and Matt. Actually, I wrote the song. It's my song, but they have a little bit of production on it. Matt's helped me arrange it and stuff like that. Man, I like working with Matt. But it's a new single I got going to drop soon. It's kind of more. It's on the lines of the country rap thing. So, but it's called Hick Strong. Hick strong down in my bone, and that's how I raise my own. If these muddy roads ain't never paved in gold, I'd be happy with the way I live at home. Hick strong until I'm gone, when the good Lord called me home. Baby girl in my tea on the front porch swing, that'll probably be about the same to me. I like the feel of the creek and the cool breeze through the pine trees. A whippoorwill when it sings, that's where I find peace. A dust trail from the tires on the old dirt street. Wide open field, the smell of some fresh cut wheat. I like the sound of music from the back seat. 460 AC cruising along the back streets. The sunshine, the glare on the windshield. A rusty hay barn, the sight of a windmill. An old school soul with a story to tell about a backwood dude that you know so well. I dig waterfall and love backwood balls over a night at the club or a date at the mall. The smell of some honeysuckles on the walk through the sticks. That's about as close to heaven as a man can get. And I swear I wouldn't trade it for $1 million. Cause to me, family's the same as living it up. Hick strong down in my bones, and that's how I raise my own. If these muddy roads ain't never paved in gold, I'd be happy with the way I live at home. Hick strong until I'm gone, when the good Lord called me home. Baby girl in my tea on the front porch swing, that'll probably be about the same to me. And it's all because I'm hick like strong. I'm proud of who I am and where I came from, and I'm thankful for the ones I got my name from. All the memories instilled in me, I hold close cause that's how the country raised me. I love an autumn night sitting by the firelight. A hind quarter laying across the rack makes the times right. Good folks conversating on the porch string. Wayne drops dripping, man, it's all about the small things. Mama taught me about sweet tea and apple pie, and to this very day the apple in my mama's eye. A tailgate on the blanket with the lady love. Sweet spring night looking up at the stars above. A cricket song loving that sound, chirping up a tune, a full moon and some woods in the background. Man, yeah, I love living up a hick life. Country boy strong with a little bit of kick. Hick strong down in my bone. And that's how I raise my own. If these muddy roads ain't never paved in gold, I'd be happy with the way I live at home. Hick strong until I'm gone. When the good Lord call me home. Baby girl in my tea on the front porch swing. That'll probably be about the same to me. And it's all because I'm hick like strong. All right.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That right there's some good stuff, man.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That right there is some super great stuff. Well, I know we went over a little bit. I don't think we have a problem with that. And listen, anytime you want to come. Right now, we are down a third host. So right now me and Stephanie are holding it up. Anytime you got a day free, dude, you just want to come sit in. You don't even have to sing. Just come sit in and just put your thoughts and twist on stories and stuff we do. And then of course Joey's definitely all about you coming on the Rough Edge, his show. So we gonna make you part of the Just for Fun family. You've been kind of secretly in on it and didn't even know it really because you've been watching it,
But now I finally got to make it to the fungin.
Yeah, now that oh God, you're bringing up the old name. That's what Crystal Miller used to call it back at Fusion was the fungin.
The fungin. Let me say one more thing.
No, man, go ahead.
I do have a feature coming out with it's with the Marshall Brothers. It's actually Trevor's song. It's a really good song. It's called What It's About. If I had the permission, I would shoot it to you and let you, you could have went ahead and aired it if you want to. Just a really good upbeat song. I'll let you hear it after the show. But it's called What It's About. This song's a long time in the making, and I got a feature on it. It's a really good song. It's really fun, really upbeat. I think it's going to be played in a lot of people's vehicles, but just kind of be on the lookout. It's the Marshall Brothers featuring Appalachian Don, What It's About.
And I'll say to you, and I'll say to any songwriter that's listening, but I write poems. A lot of people don't know that. I got a lot of stuff, especially from 5 years ago where my mind was. I wrote a lot of stuff back then. But I've got like some super great ideas for a lot of songs. Like I can see a redone more your style of The Last Dance with Mary Jane. Okay. And it's not a Tom Petty version. It's talking about your last dance with Mary Jane and where she got you.
That's right.
But you got to put the twist on it to put your story in it. So I've got tons of ideas. Let's catch this real quick. Just for Fun Radio.
Yo, it's Joey.
What's going on, Mr. Voice?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Pretty good, man. What you think about what you're hearing right now? You want him on your show. I already know you do.
Yes, I do. What are you doing tonight, Don?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've got the Rough Edge tonight.
Wait, where's the location?
Here.
Right here, right in that seat.
Yeah.
You would just have to make a second trip out.
Well, that's kind of the thing right now. We're actually down to one vehicle at the moment. We bought a car about a month ago and it's already got a blown head gasket.
Oh, no.
Well, actually,
yes, I saw the pictures.
It's got a crack, it's got a cracked head actually.
Yeah.
And I'm driving a V8 right now, and we are struggling. We took the last bit of money really that was in our funds to finish up our garden, so we could have something to kind of pull off of the food bill.
The vine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
But
yeah, but it is. But
hey,
hey, you got a phone.
Yeah.
You can always call in and be
right.
part of the show, and that's offer. That offer is extended to anybody.
That's right.
The reason I'm asking is because tonight I got two bands calling in. They got King Shifter and then I got outlaw legend Billy Gant.
Okay.
So the reason why I asked is because Billy Gant calling in, being an outlaw country legend. I kind of figured it was kind of fitting,
Right. I mean, I'd love to make it out, but I know from I live close to Athens. I'm almost in Athens. I'm probably about 10 minutes from Athens.
It's all good.
So
it's all good, buddy. I mean, if tonight doesn't work, we can do it another time.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be best if we could, like I said, finances are kind of rough, but it's that's why I guess that's why I'm trying to get this music thing rolling. So
No, it's totally cool, man. Yeah, no, I was listening, man. I've been listening off and on because I've been on the phone with, man, all sorts of people. I got all sorts of crap going on right now.
okay, so you like what
And,
you heard?
Oh yeah, dude.
And what's
Awesome,
cool
man.
is you
Great
got
stuff.
Joey, who's the rocker Southern rock, who's saying, "I'm digging what you got."
I appreciate it. Well, you could probably
Yeah,
tell. You could
yeah,
probably
yeah.
tell that there's a Southern vibe in there anyway. You know, what I mean, I love.
Well, yeah, and I can also I can hear by your music too. I hear the hip hop influence too a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean,
Yeah,
my music has actually been it's been a work in progress for years. It's took me a minute to realize that it's okay for me to finally let people hear
Express
this.
yourself.
Yeah. Like
What did I
said,
say? You got to let the wall down and be who you really are,
that's
brother.
right. That's right.
I'm proud of this boy right here. Now I've been watching it. You know what's weird is he's telling me, I really been kind of secretly watching you. And Joey said it to me too. Joey says, "Dude, I ain't been too far. I've been watching you." And I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, but I've been watching you. I've been watching this man change.
you know what's funny is I about hit a mailbox with some garbage cans trying to call you right now. I'm in my car and like I had to call you and like I about hit a mailbox with some garbage cans trying to pull over to the side of the road just to call you right now.
It's funny that between Don, me, and Joey, we've all three lived a hell of a story. I mean, a hell of a story. And all three of us are feeling very drawn to communicate about the same stuff. And it's just kind of
That's
cool.
what I'm saying. Like,
That's a cool
if we could
vibe right now.
If we could do a rough edge show and like have him in and then you come in and sit in too.
Yeah. We're going to have to plan
And,
that
like,
one.
Yeah.
Well, we can definitely make it happen.
Yeah. We can plan that one.
Yeah.
So,
El Presidente, Appalachian Don, and Joey the Voice. There you
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes, sir.
sounds good.
All right. Well, I guess I will see you this evening then, sir.
Yeah, dude. I'll talk to you a little bit later. I'll call you after the show.
All right, man. We'll see you later. All right,
All right,
y'all.
Don. Good talking to you, man.
You too, man. Thanks for the offer. See you soon.
All right, bro.
All right, man. We're at
Joey.
see you later, Joey. We're at 10:48, and I'm not trying to kill it, but I know we all have. Excuse me, as I'm burping. I know we all have places to go. Dude, I'm honored to have you in. I appreciate
I'm
you
honored to
being
be
in.
here, man. Really
I appreciate you being in.
Appreciate.
And
I
what's
appreciate the
cool is,
opportunity.
I mean, like I'm getting lit. I mean, between Messenger and my text messages, literally, I just keep going over and over and over. Good God,
he's got a great sound. And like I was telling you, when we saw you at Fusions, I was used to hearing the song that Scotty plays on the station.
Yeah, the song I'm trying to get away from.
Yeah,
Kind of.
the
I'm
song
not
you're
trying to
trying
get
to-
away from it.
But you want to be known for more than.
That's right. I mean,
So how about this? The last song that he just played, I cannot wait until I have this on my phone so I can listen to it over and over again.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I was surprised because here I'm thinking, you're going to be on stage, with a full band behind you, and you come out there and it's just you and your guitar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is so cool.
Well, I kind of I'm not trying to brag or boast. I'm getting a phone call right now. So
Yeah, here's Craig now. Yes, sir, Craig.
Hey, bud.
Hey, what's happening?
I just, I'm out here and it's kind of raining and all that good stuff. And I took the day off and I'm out here in the rain fishing in my pond. But Crystal called me and said that Jimmy was on or is on watching your YouTube thing right now, and had talked back and forth with.
And that would be Jimmy Van Zant, y'all.
Yeah, Jimmy Van Zant. And of course, he's going through his battle with his cancer scare and everything right now. And he said, "Right on, sure thing. Send him some shirts."
Cool.
So put that together and get in touch with me however you want to do it. And are you taking off tomorrow going somewhere?
Me?
Yeah.
No. At the end of the month, the last Wednesday of this month, I leave to go to Bike Week. As long as I don't screw this leg up anymore, I'm going to Bike Week that Wednesday, and we're going to leave Steph, hopefully Joey the Voice, in control of the radio station for 3 days.
Yeah,
Hell, I'm leaving Steph in charge of my house for 4 or 5 days.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to come back. She's going to have the house decorated with Christmas stuff and beer cans and popcorn everywhere.
She's gonna have a family reunion at your house while you're gone.
Yeah, he does have a lake in the backyard.
Yeah,
so
Hey, there's a trolling motor. If as long as Travis brings over a battery, y'all can go fishing, and hell, y'all can just stay here for the weekend.
Now, Stephanie, we all know what your family reunion actually looks like.
Leave
It's
my
like
cousin
hee
out of
haws, man.
it. Leave my cousin
It's like
out
one-
of it.
It's like one picnic table of adults and 20 picnic tables of kids.
And they're all related, other than just
Yeah,
being
that's-
cousins. Uncle,
funny.
sister, cousin,
That's
or
funny as
aunt,
shit.
sister, cousin. Yeah.
Sister-in-law, sister cousin.
Yeah, sister-in-law, sister, cousin. Yep.
I'm flying into Atlanta Friday.
This
And
Friday.
then-
Friday?
Yeah.
When
yeah,
do you
then-
when do you
then-
leave?
Probably Saturday evening
Oh,
is
okay.
the plan,
Mm.
but I don't have any idea. Of course, we're going to Bob Burns' funeral in North Georgia Saturday afternoon. So
Well, we got that thing on the square on Sunday. So if you find yourself being in the GA area a little longer, you can come hang out with us Sunday.
See it in
well,
action.
you don't
See it
you don't
firsthand.
ever know what's going to happen
That's right.
when you get around a bunch of old Southern rockers like that.
That's
Hell,
true.
we might end up down there a month. Who
I know,
knows?
right?
We might take over a campground or something.
That's right.
There's a real nice
So,
one down this way by the lake.
Are you
by the
offering?
river?
Yeah, we've got the Just for Fun Inn as
No, remember
I
that?
know I was making the joke about Jacob come for 3 days and stay 7.
Oh yeah, but I was talking about that place.
Well, Scott, you know what you need. You know what you kind of need to do out there, right?
What's that?
You need to pour you a big pad with all the RV hookups, all the bus hookups, so you can have people that's scheduled or routed
Oh, I
through there,
know.
so they can just pull their bus in there and hook everything up, and then you could do a show with them. But
Brother, let
know.
me tell you, I made the joke that if I won 300 million, we would have a Just for Fun compound.
Uh-huh.
Like we would have a big field where on the weekends people would just start driving up, pitching tents, and people like Appalachian Dawn would just be sitting out there with a guitar and a fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
right
Good times.
good living.
now, I will throw out there. Well, I'll kind of quote a quote, I guess. What Crystal said that Jimmy was saying, that he can't make any promises of what's going on, but he'd sure wear a shirt here and there to draw some attention or raise some awareness for what they have going on down there.
Oh yeah, that'd be
be
terrific.
awesome.
That'd be awesome if that could happen.
So
Yeah.
All right, man.
let me see if I can catch me some fish out of this pond.
Yeah, have fun with that. Thanks for calling in, man. Thanks for being
All
part
right,
of Just for Fun, dude. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
Hey man, y'all,
All right,
All right.
see ya.
All right, bye.
y'all see what y'all started, man. I got.
Your
Oh.
phone's lighting up, huh?
Well, I just had one of my buddies post on something on one of the Facebook posts. He called me Apache Don.
I saw
Ah.
that. I saw that.
So
Yeah.
is that in reference to me screwing up? Really?
Nah,
no. I'm kidding.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. It's
I know,
just
I
kind
know.
of, he's a good buddy of mine, so he's gonna yank my horn every chance he gets anyway. So,
Well, my thing is the more I look at the sticker, the more the word stays in my brain. So
Yeah.
and they're actually pretty cool looking stickers, aren't they, man?
yeah, I'm sitting here jealous because I don't have any like that. But I am going to, is that your truck outside?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll brand it with a Just for Fun sticker before you leave.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah,
get
well,
some.
yeah, I need. I'm trying to camo up my guitar case
Oh,
too,
yeah.
so I kind of need something on my
That's
guitar
right.
case. So.
All right, man. Well, I hate to do it, but we're approaching that 11 o'clock. Listen, before we leave, tell everybody exactly how to find you. Let's make sure your Facebook page gets lit.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook up under Appalachian Dawn. I have a likes page, and I also have a personal page. I'm sure you'll find one of them. If you and when you find one, it'll direct you to the other. I'm currently building a website right now. It's called AppalachianDawn.com. Kind of catchy, right?
Yeah,
AppalachianDawn.com,
Appalachian Dawn.
Kind of catchy. But yeah, it's currently under construction. It's you can find me on Appalachian Dawn on Twitter, Appalachian Dawn on Instagram, just go to Google and type in Appalachian Dawn, and something's gonna come up, man. You'll probably see my big old head. I look like a pilgrim sometimes with my hat on. So, but yeah, just get out there and check me out. I'd appreciate it. I definitely love all the support I get, man. I do it when people I never really understood when artists said I do it for the people. Now I know what they mean, because I mean I really do it. I really do it for the people. I mean, I like the way it feels to see folks relate to what I go through or what I've been through or what I'm doing, and that makes me feel really, really. It finally lets me know I'm in the right direction.
Let me catch this. I see who this one is. Yes, sir. You trying to sneak in for the show's over, huh?
Oh yeah, I can't have Craig out doing me 2 calls in one show. I can't be having that. Wanted to say, keep doing what you're doing, Big Don.
Thanks, buddy.
You're an inspiration, man. Just like Big Scotty.
That's right.
Well, that's something to be proud of right there.
Well,
Just want to throw that in there real quick.
You got to keep in mind that it takes even the inspiration has to be inspired.
Oops, sorry,
Right.
everybody.
So I mean that's why
I got to plug up.
that's the way
sports.
I look at it, man. This is Jacob, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, and like I said, man, you actually inspired me more than when you came up the way you come up at Fusions. I had no idea you were in a chair, buddy, and
No doubt.
I mean, not that it matters, I don't care
Right.
one way or another. Actually, it kind of draws me to you more because I mean, I know you have your own struggle. I mean, I'm aware that it's a struggle, and but like I said, don't let nobody ever tell you that you have a disability, because anybody that tries to disable anyone, that's the disability.
Yep.
So,
Exactly. And here's the thing, and it's funny that you just worded it that way.
Appreciate that.
I used to tell people all the time when I was only doing the motorcycle stuff, I kept saying, listen, I've got to branch myself out. I've got to do more than motorcycle stuff, because the second that you limit yourself for something, that becomes your limit. I mean,
right.
that is your limit. You just said, okay, this is as far as I'm going to go. Well, guess what? That's as far as you're going to go. So as soon as you make something your limit, it becomes your limit.
That's
and I'm
right.
like, dude, I'm not going to be that. I need to reach out. I need to get bigger. I need to do more. And that's where I decided that I'm going to be more than just a motorcycle DJ.
That's right.
So
Right on.
look past your limit. Look past your limits and more to your horizons.
that's right.
Oh yeah.
All
Amen.
right. So we're fixing to bug out, dude. We'll see you later
All right.
on. Thanks for calling in.
All right. No problem.
All right,
All right.
bye.
Later on.
See ya.
And I'm going to play Brad's sports real quick, and then we're going to sign off. So everybody hang tight just a second.
A lot of fun.
Good morning. Thursday is here. Just for Funners, Just for Fun World, how are you today? This is your Coach's Corner with Brad Johnson. And yes, they were dogging the Braves out in the offseason. Oh, you traded this, you traded that. You got 19 new players. We're rebuilding the team. But hey, they're getting it all done right now. The Braves do get their first season opening sweep since 2007. They did beat the Marlins yesterday 2-0. AJ Pierzynski, it was his first game as a Brave. He hits a 2-run homer in the 7th. We had 5 pitchers, which one of those included starting pitcher Shelby Miller, get the shutout on just 6 hits yesterday. So those 5 pitchers combined for just 6 hits. And let's see, Shelby in the start, Shelby Miller only gave up 4 hits in 5 innings, which was good. And grill time, his Twitter is grilled cheese 49. So if you want to follow our closer, Grilly, it's grilled cheese 49. He comes in the 9th for another 1, 2, 3. Oh, save situation right there. The Braves will have their home opener at Turner Field tomorrow at 7:35. And apparently that game has been sold out. So that's going to be exciting in Atlanta. You better stay away from Atlanta, though, because the Hawks will be playing again tomorrow as well. But last night, let me back up. Night before, Hawks are at home. I'm there. We play Phoenix. We win. Good deal. So they catch a flight. Well, but for some reason, 2 of our bench players, Pero Antich and Tabo Cephalosha, dropped down in New York. Hey, we got money. Let's go out. My boys got arrested after 4 o'clock in the morning, night before last, because they were at some place. Somebody got slashed. The Hawks or the cops were trying to create a crime scene. They wouldn't move fast enough, got arrested. So good gracious, man, you leave here, you go to New York, you have a game that day, but you're going to be out till a 4 o'clock party. I guess that's what you do when you got money. But anyway, last night, in New York. They took on the Brooklyn Nets. Hawks did win 114-111. They were shooting out the wazoo, had 65 first half points, ended up shooting 50% from the field. DeMar Carroll had 19. You had 20 points off the bench from a man, Mike Scott. He also had 8 rebounds. And going for 60 wins tomorrow night. Also, Al Horford, by the way, 24 points. He did have the go-ahead dunk in that game yesterday. We will be playing the Charlotte Hornets at the Highlight Factory tomorrow at 7:30. If you're a golf fan, head west. I'm sorry, take that back. No. Head east. You might have to head west because there ain't no any more room in Augusta. The Masters kicks off today, so all those golf fans head toward Augusta. It is like golf's Daytona 500. NASCAR starts off with one of the most popular races. I think golf does the same thing with the Masters golf tournament in Augusta, Georgia. So you got Bubba Watson as the defending champ. Oh yeah, by the way, Bubba Watson is from the University of Georgia, Sikkim. So he'll be defending his green jacket this weekend against the favorites like your Roy McIlroys, your Jordan Spieth, Jason Days, your Dustin Johnsons. So they're going to get that kicked off today. They're probably already playing now, so you can catch those scores. I'll try and keep you updated as far as that goes for tomorrow. And then anybody likes boxing, don't forget we got Floyd Money Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. That fight is coming up in about a month or so. So I'll keep you highlighted and updated on that bad boy as we get closer to. So guys, happy Thursday. Guess what tomorrow is? Hot diggity dog. Weekend's around the corner. So this has been your Coach's Corner with Brad Johnson. Do it just for fun. Don't forget it. We'll see you.
Oh my God, Stephanie just punched me.
You tried to get me.
Oh, if you were watching video, Steph's rolling up cords and everything. And I said, get this. And everybody's, she can't hear. Everybody's got headphones on. The sports is running. I'm like, get this. And she's like, what? I said, reach under and grab that wire. She reaches under and I went, da, 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 with the zapper. Ah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. So Tubby said he could even write a few himself. And I agree. I just told him, I said, yep, I'm sure. I was just worried about speaking of you too much because, I was speaking about him earlier in the show. Tubby, you need to go back and watch it on YouTube because I told you I love you. So, and that's no lie. I did. You should go watch it. So I got to return a phone call that I put on hold for a second that happened during the show or during the sports rather. Hey, do you hear that Velcro?
Yes.
Well, that's like eating. That's like eating potato chips under a mic.
I didn't mean to. That was an accident. Yeah, because now Craig can't be outdone by Jacob. So.
Jacob, you're in trouble. I had to return this call. He sat on hold the whole sports, and then he hung up.
He
or lost service.
Yeah.
Hey, so I was returning your call, so I know you're one up in Jacob, right?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I got you out here. I got you out here with my phone and my little plug in my ear and everything, listening to the show and trying to do some fishing.
All right, so watch this. I just want Appalachia Dawn here to gather this for a second. Jacob's calling from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all know what I'm trying to get out of my mouth.
Tulsa.
Oklahoma. My mouth is messed up this morning and I can't speak. Now, Craig, you tell him where you're at.
Well, today I am in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
So that just shows when I try to tell people, we got people all over the world that listen. So it's cool that not only is your music traveling through Georgia, you just hit central going west on the south side, but then also going west on the north side.
That's cool.
And don't forget
That's cool.
Florida.
Yeah, and Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, Canada.
Australia.
Actually, I got tagged in something last night, and this guy was talking about in Beijing, China.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
It's pretty wild, man. The power of the internet has changed the world as we know it.
It's the whole course of broadcasting and production and stuff. It's
That's
really,
right.
Thank
So-
God. Thank
you
God
got
for the
into
internet.
you got into the southern mid market, and then you got into the Midwest market, and then you got into the Western Region 2.
Well,
Yes, that's
they're
right.
Really, they're
Be
really
where-
bumping this
with-
stuff over in Australia, man. They're
Yeah,
really loving it.
Yeah, we're playing there. But now, where was Jimmy at? Was you fixing to say he's on the West Coast?
No, Jimmy's in Nashville.
Okay, so he's in Nashville. So who's on the West end that you started to describe?
Well, Midwest 2, or West 2 rather, would be Jacob.
Yeah.
So
As far as the music route goes,
Right.
as far as the regions, you know, the demographics broken up nationally goes.
that's right. All right, brother. Well, we're gonna kick it out of here. I appreciate you calling back, though. Jacob, you just got one up again.
There we go.
We'll see you later, Craig.
Later.
Bye-bye. So yeah, dude, we had Jacob, Central United States, basically telling us, hey, so and so. This was like yesterday, or the day before. So and so, say hey to them in Australia, because we already know we've got people in Australia that listen, but each day it's seeming to be a little more and more. So it's really cool, really cool. All right, we're out of here, Jacob. I thought the phone would have rang by now, but you're missing out. So everybody have a super terrific day. Stay positive, man. Me and this gentleman right here is we're definitely here is a prime example of anything's possible if you put enough hard work into it.
It's getting better.
And don't give up. Don't give up. All right, listen, y'all. I got actually a Van Zant song fixed to come up called "Help Somebody," and then another one called "Been There, Done That." Actually, both of those songs are very good songs to discuss what we've been talking about today. So it's really cool to be able to play those two. And then I'm going to play Nobody's Going to Tell Me What to Do as well. So we're going to do 3 Van Zant songs right now. Everybody, you have a great day. We will see y'all on the flip side. Make sure you go check out the Social House for something to eat. Go get your tan on at Sun City. And listen, if you can't get to either one of them places, it's because you didn't go to Ross Performance to get your car fixed. I'm just telling you. Everybody have a good day. And while the sun's shining, get over there to the new car wash and get that worked on. And if you need some tats worked on, you know where you need to go right there. The one, the only Now or Never Tattoo. So we'll see y'all on the flip side, everybody. Have a great day.
You forgot about Copy Central.
That was a lot of fun, man.
Oh, yeah. Let's plug Copy Central. Oh, gosh. Hold on. And I barely got the button holding the mic down. Okay, I thought we were leaving.
Missed call.
Yes, sir.
Did I make it?
You made it. I just turned the mic off, and you dialed right as my finger was on the button.
Oh, yeah. I hope Craig don't catch not one dang fish today.
All right, brother. We're out. You have a good day.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Later on.
All right, that was it. We are done officially. Everybody have a good day. Jacob won it that time. That was funny.
He's a mess, ain't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Everybody have a great day.